Look at this,
the same respect we owe anyone else to get them the help that they need. In this case, that did not happen. You had everybody in that community on that street of 38th in Chicago begging, even telling officers how to help the system. And they totally neglected any support, any help from anyone. Here again, this whole notion of feeling so afraid, but they never called for additional backup, because if they had, they would have been coming from everywhere. That did not occur. That is just a smoke screen to a larger systemic issue.
I don't care, gentlemen, he'll pull it up for me.
Clearly, Siobhan was a representative of that agency, unfortunately.
I'm hanging on your every word so carefully, Cedric, and you bring up
he gonna block it again. Come on.
Which is something that Mr. Floyd was struggling with as the former girlfriend had testified, and this came up in the questioning today, Allie. This is for you because the defense and the prosecution, they went back and forth with this paramedic about how he had responded to.
Bro, do not send me out, bro. We lose every time they send me out. I'm telling you, they send me out and don't listen one time. I can't wait till I call franchise player and I can edit my own minutes. I'm telling you, I make sure nobody else get minutes.
Yes, they do. I can't reference a policy, but in my practice, my experience, they do the same. That's not because when people are sometimes resuscitated or treated for an overdose, they become...
Bruh, Junior can make his shots. I don't know who you are. Somebody that can't guard their man, apparently.
Is it the practice of police respond to those calls? Because when people are resuscitated or revived from an overdose, they can become violent or aggressive.
Please.
Have you personally seen that happen?
We should learn from the history. I think the best way you can transmute is be a good American. Mr. Driver.
Let man drive you to the hole.
Melvin needed all along. James got on the first time.
So at the 8th patients and our internet lags a lot.
It makes for a very frustrating class. You should switch to Spectrum Business. You get fast internet at a great low price. 200 megabits per second for $49.99 a month. You can add business phone.
That is half of
Come on, defense, bro.
Spectrum Business has no hidden fees. What you see is what you pay. Call 855.
Save us all day.
4144. Okay, wait. It has to be reliable. Spectrum Business has over 99.9% network.
Bruh, it's like if I'm not guarding my man, he gets down there for me, they just sit there while he shoots.
Even if the power goes out. All right, that's impressive. What's even more impressive is the value.
Yeah, LeBron with it. 15 points and 7 assists.
Purchase $19.99 a month. Call 855-344-4144.
I thought he made that. Wish I let you simulate playoffs. Like I did 2K18.
The White House tries to sell multi-trillion-dollar spending bill that he unveiled
Bonus
today
goals,
for Americans. Reporting live across the street at the White House summer. Hey, John, one thing you can see right there, cameras were allowed briefly into...
Next time I go to the bar shop, that's how I want my hair, Daddy. You hear me?
Questions was trying to be shouted
Box fade, twist.
Instead of keeping the focus on the spending bill as it's being rolled out, you see the president there reading off a prepared statement where he said he wanted to encourage members to buy American-made products as they try to sell this $2 trillion spending bill to Congress. What's interesting, he's also tasked with five of his own cabinet secretaries, the heads of HUD, labor, as well as transportation and commerce and housing to deal with actually selling this package through Congress. And it may need help because if you look at this bill, we're only seeing about 600.
What do you think you're doing, buddy? Back it up.
Infrastructure. More money also being spent on broadband, changing the electrical grid, as well as the water system, and plenty of money also being spent on health care for seniors and disabled Americans. But what you're hearing from already a number of lawmakers up on the Hill is that they don't necessarily feel like this is really being sold as a real infrastructure bill. Instead, it's being sold...
Brother Braun, somebody get this dude off.
Which was spending. So it's one thing that secure infrastructure coming out of the White House.
I put in your place, big boy.
That's not what this bill is going to look like. But important point here, it hasn't been written yet. So this is only spending outline, you're going to be able to Congress to decide what actually goes into the package. The White House says we do want to invite Republicans over here to hear their ideas on this. But Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell earlier today out in Kentucky made it clear he does not see this as something he wants to get his hands on. Because this is something that he is going to be fighting, and that he feels that
why is this making that? It shouldn't be. They're the Grizzlies. They suck. Shouldn't even be this close.
And you know what they say in Washington, Mark? We got a tax bill.
Hey, don't make me take your ankles too. After I take the ball from you. How was I supposed to stop Big Man, bro? Come on.
All right, two smart guys. Let's have that in. Larry Kudlow joined us last hour only of the Trump administration. Now it's Fox News Channel. He made this forecast.
If you raise the corporate tax, you are affecting consumer prices will go up, stock market prices likely to go down, and middle income, blue collar, and lower middle income wages will fall.
We're up by 12.
They're taking away incentives to invest for productivity and higher real wages. This is a disaster. It's got a terrible impact on the economy if it passes.
All right, Austin, there's a lot to take in there, but let's just start with point one. If you raise the
It's okay, good shopping test.
you know the Biden administration intends to do, you're talking about a big jump here from 21 to 28%. Consumer prices go up, said Larry Kudlow. I mean, isn't that basic?
Fouling, really? Come on with that double team, bro.
It's basic economics. Aren't people going to pay higher prices as a result?
No, it's not basic. And that's not what happened when they cut the corporate taxes by $2 trillion in 2017. Prices didn't go down. That's nonsense. I think we've had a big deficit on these major investments, both transportation, healthcare, energy, all sorts of infrastructure. This is how you pay for
You
it.
made a very definitive statement. I want Brian to get in here. Because if you're going to tell me that prices didn't go down as a result of the cut in corporate taxes, certainly you can make the case that you saw production go up, you saw improvement in the economy, you saw a jump in GDP, you saw a jump in wages, you saw overall economic growth that makes the price of those goods cheaper. Brian, you have that in there.
Yeah, you took the words out of my mouth.
See what happened to the double team? You give your teammates something shots. Y'all stupid.
Shareholders, pocketbooks, and the owners of these companies are people who are saving for retirement. When you're talking about corporate taxes, you're talking about things that hit average.
We're up by 13.
That's what Larry Kudlow is pointing out. They want to sell this as something that's going to nail corporate fat cats or whatever you want to call them. Get it out of the middle class.
That's right. The Wall Street Journal, Austin, editorial board made this forecast this morning. I'm sure you saw it.
Really?
They're calling the Biden
Really?
taxes.
I fouled him, bro. Come on, man. He's twice my size. I fouled him.
Is this the right approach to tax the American people more as we come out of this pandemic?
It's taxing high-income people and large corporations who had the biggest tax cut in the history of America just 2 years ago.
I'm just going to start acting loose. They don't want to give me passes.
Family making $400,000, that means you make $200,000 in New York. Is that San Francisco?
Families going to $400,000.
Ah!
The money is provided by large corporations and high-income people. As Joe Biden pledged, everything he has proposed here is exactly
But no one making less than $400,000 would pay higher taxes.
He was going to pay for these infrastructure programs, and he was going to raise taxes on corporations and high-income people. And
I'm moving along quickly because, Brian, there's a lot to get to here, and we had to dig into all that first. But to the infrastructure plan, because this is truly an infrastructure plan. Even the Washington Post headline this morning is questioning it. They take it on saying many economic experts like you to agree that
I'm going to make it eventually.
roads, bridges, and other infrastructure is necessary for the country's long-term health. Even Republicans and Democrats agree. And spending when interest rates are this low is a wise idea. But some were surprised to see, Austin, that only about 5% of this bill is directed towards roads and bridges, as they question why the admin is mixing other types of policies with this bill designed to upgrade the nation's
A-.
infrastructure. So why not just target infrastructure, Brian?
And Austin, I'll let you respond to that.
Yeah. How about cut the size of this bill by 80 to 90% and focus on real infrastructure, and you would get vast bipartisan support. You can put lettuce and tomato on a cheeseburger. It doesn't make it a salad. That's the whole point of it.
Who got player of the game? That's what I want to know.
Infrastructure wouldn't be $2.25 trillion. Americans support infrastructure.
Oh, great.
But they're tired of seeing $2 trillion on top of $2 trillion on top of another $2 trillion coming later this month, we're being told. That's the wrong approach to the economy that's ready to bust down if we open up.
Look, you lost me at hello on that one. Since when is infrastructure defined as only roads and bridges? That's nonsense. Just with Joe Biden as president, he said that's not what infrastructure means. And when he ran,
You beat your stuff, man. Just admit it.
Put up on the screen the breakdown. So that is traditional, in the traditional sense. 13% goes to boosting the U.S. manufacturing. 20% often goes to expanding caregiving for the elderly and disabled. Fine, but why is that in an
he said in the campaign that we need to build out the health infrastructure of this country, and now he's proposing to do it. There's no surprise here. You don't invent the meaning of terms. That's what
Pokeball really tipped, pass, and pussy.
Infrastructure, we're going to stretch that term until it's meaningless. That's just dishonest, and we should be talking about real infrastructure, the stuff everybody agrees on, not healthcare and charging stations and education.
It seems to be Buttigieg wants to put roads on a diet, so we'll see how far this infrastructure bill goes to fixing some of the roads in this country. I appreciate the debate. Thanks to both of you for joining me. Thank you.
Sandra, coming up next, dramatic new images from the southern border. Smugglers dropping young kids over the fence. Reaction from Ari Fleischer just minutes away now.
The Fed is printing money like crazy. Debt is rising by the trillions. Is there a way to profit from this madness? What do these experts say?
The more money you print, the less your dollars are worth, and that's why you want to own gold in your portfolio. Even Bank of America says $3,000 gold is entirely possible.
Silver still has the biggest run coming up.
Gold will outperform stocks, and silver will outperform gold.
Experts agree. Massive money printing and rising debt could send gold and silver prices much higher. How high? Find out. Call for the experts' money printing report and gold and silver decision guide.
Oh, get that out of my face.
Prices could go.
I think gold and silver will win big.
The report and guide are free. Also ask how you can get $5,000 in bonus gold or silver. Call Leader Capital now at 800-780-8500. 800-780-8500. 800-780-8500.
As people get older and struggle with pain, many think there's nothing they can do about it. Sebastian Walker here for 100% drug-free Relief Factor. Along with the others, Pete and Seth Talbot. Pete, I'm sure you hear from a lot of skeptical people.
Oh, you bet we do. But thanks to Relief Factor, a person of any age really can feel better this next year than they did 5, 10, or even 15 years ago. Like this person.
I had to learn to cut back on certain exercises that I used to do because they hurt too much. Since I've been on Relief Factor, I've been able to do these exercises again. I'm in much better shape and able to do those exercises without pain.
If Relief Factor can help me and thousands of others, it can help you too. The 3-week quick start is discounted to only $19.95.
Go to ReliefFactor.com or call 800-4-RELIEF. Hundreds of thousands have already taken that first step. Maybe you should too.
Have you ever seen this before? So beautiful. Gee, check this out. Here, see?
Good thing winning, though. I am, you already know it.
Oh, wow.
Look at that score.
That's amazing. Oh, and choose on the debate.
Yeah, that's probably what you're just thinking.
Look at that smile. I have the same pickles as her. The same bracelets. These days, taking care of yourself is more important than ever.
Player of the game every day is what?
To lose weight.
I have 30-something points, 20-something points, and
Order right now. Get 50% off a month of meals.
30 points, actually, and 13 assists, because I'm finna get this last point.
Do this for yourself. Because you can't take care of anyone else until you take care of you.
More love. Call 877-903-88 right now to save 50% on a month of meals and 50% on a month of shakes.
What's my secret story? My car is more than 4 wheels. It's my after-work decompression zone. So when my windshield broke, I searched for someone who really knew my car. I found an expert at Safely Auto Glass. With their exclusive technology, they fixed my windshield, then recalibrated the camera attached to my glass, so my safety systems still work. Who knew that was a thing? Safely has service I can trust.
Thank you, 30 points, bro, because you fouled me.
I think they look good, man.
They're on the side. Like, you fight? Nice kid breaking in a little bit. You want to do.
For those who were born to ride, there's Progressive, with 24/7 roadside assistance.
Okay, think I'm gonna wear these home.
Excellent choice.
Back to a Fox top story now. The Border Patrol releasing gut-gripping video showing smugglers dropping 2 young girls over the border wall. This wall is 14 feet high, abandoning them in the middle of the night. It's a moment that sums up the tragedy of this crisis. Children and their families suffering as a result of the White House policy.
I ain't hit one of those in a while.
Press Secretary and Fox News contributor Ari Fleischer. Ari, when you see that video, what goes through your mind?
What aren't we seeing? What's not on video? You know, we don't get to see the videos of these children making the walk from Guatemala or Honduras or Honduras or El Salvador.
What's my teammate chemistry grade? 64.
During the walk. What happens to them when they get into the vehicles with the smugglers and the coyotes? What happens when they cross rivers where there are no
Look at this, Daddy.
You know, so
new beats
much of this is inhumane
You just said it.
and dangerous.
See?
And that is exactly why nations have borders. And borders have to work, not only to protect people on this side, the American side of a border, but to protect people who would be taken advantage of trying to come.
Yeah, that discount. I don't care about discount for store.
That's why you come through the open
2
doors
points.
and the open gates. This is nothing but
Thousand.
danger.
Jen Psaki was asked about this video at the briefing. She said that those of us who saw the video were incredibly alarmed. And then she went on to say, our concern and our focus is on sending a clear message to smugglers to the region that this is not the time to come. Again, this is not the time to come as opposed to don't come, the border's closed.
You know, if you want to send a signal, more than a signal, but let people know don't come.
Look, the New York Knicks have 50% interest in me. Okay.
That would be humane. That would be compassionate. That would be realistic so people understand that if you want to come to America, we want you because we are a nation that welcomes immigrants. Immigrants do, John, make us a much better nation. But please, come legally. Build the wall. Finish the wall. Go back to the Remain in Mexico policies and let people know there's a right way and a wrong way to come to America. If you come the right way, you'll be treated well and you have a chance to make it in America. Don't even try it any other way.
You know, this wall, it's infrared video, so it's difficult to ascertain exactly what it is, but it looks like an older section of wall. The new wall is 30 feet high, which would have made it that much more difficult. We also saw that picture yesterday of that state trooper who rescued a 6-month-old who had been thrown out of a rubber raft as a group of immigrants were coming across the Rio Grande.
Well, this is what I mean about what are we not seeing? What are the cameras not picking up? And it's got to be much more in volume than what we're seeing on these little isolated snippets of cameras. This is what happens when you have an inhumane policy that basically flashes a come on over, cross the river message to people instead of a message, don't do it this way. This is a government manufactured crisis on the border. And more specifically, it's a Joe Biden government manufactured crisis on the border. This is what happens when you reverse a policy that's working, you get something that's not working, and look at the inhumanity of it. That's the moral issue.
All right, Ari Fleischer, good to get your thoughts on this. Appreciate it. And Sandra, you know, one of the other big questions that we have in all of this is, where's the vice president? And she's been tasked with fixing the border problem, but fixing the border problem appears to entail diplomatic missions to Mexico and the northern triangle countries, but she hasn't talked about this at all. She hasn't been down at the border to see the problem for herself.
And to Ari's point about those wall breaches, the ones that are caught on video, the ones we're able to see, what about all of the others, especially those dangerous breaches, including children? Like
no, you missed, David.
We both got young children, and can you imagine your child being thrown over a fence like that and left to fend for themselves in the middle of nowhere? I mean, maybe the smugglers knew that the Border Patrol was watching and was going to pick them up, but God. Horrible.
Thank God we do know that they are in custody. They are in CBP custody at this time, John. We hope to get them situation soon. Meanwhile, up next, brand new details, John, about the beating of an Asian woman in broad daylight. It turns out the suspect was out on parole for murdering his own mother. So why was he even walking free in the first place? We'll bring it to a lawyer.
She's at a hotel in Georgia. What?
It's time to refi. But if you're a veteran homeowner and need cash, here's big news. Introducing Refi Plus from New Day USA. It lets you refi at all-time low rates. Plus, you can take out $50,000 or more. Money for security today, money for retirement tomorrow. Refi Plus. It's only for veterans, and it's only from New Day USA.
Call 1-844-964-1464.
The widow of Patrick Field of the Jersey City Police Department.
My husband was an amazing man.
He's very simple, caring.
Met in high school.
We
married in a hotel in Georgia.
Unfortunately,
the beach in Georgia
was involved in shooting.
Then he was shot and he was in hospital. He told me that Joe was gonna make it.
And that's how I found out that I lost my husband. The Son of the Towers Foundation, Frank, came in and said that they were going to pay my mortgage.
So,
have to play 10, 12 more games, Daddy.
But I love you.
I'm Franco. I'm asking you to support the Towers Foundation as we pay off the mortgages.
If I win, this will be my first championship, Daddy.
Visit c2c.org or call 1-844-BRAVE.
When you earn a degree with University of Phoenix, we support you with career coaching, including resume building, interview prep, personal branding, and more for your entire career. So if you commit to earning a degree with us, we commit to standing by you until the day you retire. That's career services for life. Find out more about our commitment at phoenix.edu.
Attention. Medicare recipients are entitled to save money and get significant new benefits at no additional cost.
Hi folks, Joe Namath here, and if you're on Medicare, this is important. You're now entitled to eliminate copay and get dental care, dentures, eyeglasses, prescription coverage, in-home aid, unlimited transportation, and home-delivered meals, all at no additional cost. Plus, your zip code may have coverage with a give-back benefit that adds money back to your Social Security check every month. Look, with the uncertainty of the virus and vaccine, you need to get everything you're entitled to. Here's the bottom line. Call to get significant benefits at no additional cost and see if your zip code has coverage with a give-back benefit.
I called to get the new benefits and save money. So I'm not spending money I don't have to spend.
With this virus situation, I called to get everything I'm entitled to. I couldn't believe I was missing out on so many benefits.
Reality is, it's a very uncertain year ahead, so you need to be sure your health care coverage is up to date. Call now. It's free.
I called to get dental, transportation, meals, and to get that benefit.
Oh, 3 for 3, Daddy.
Get dental care, dentures, unlimited transportation, and home-delivered meals at no additional cost. And your zip code may have coverage with the Give Back benefit that adds money back to your Social Security check every month.
With the uncertainty of the virus and vaccine,
Please step out, you're crazy.
everything you're entitled to. Millions of people have trusted the Medicare coverage helpline. You can too. Call now. It's free.
1-800-944-5600 now.
Suspect arrested for beating an Asian woman in broad daylight was out on parole for murdering his own mother. This is the shocking surveillance video of that very incident. The attacker kicking and stomping the 65-year-old woman while reportedly yelling anti-Asian statements at her. David Lee Miller has more on this for us. David, what are we learning?
Senator, 38-year-old Brandon Elliott has spent nearly half his life behind bars. Elliott now faces multiple charges of assault as a hate crime for allegedly attacking a 65-year-old Filipino woman. In 2002, Elliott murdered his mother, repeatedly plunging a kitchen. A spokeswoman for the Bronx District Attorney told Fox in an email, quote, "We were about to start trial in 2003. The judge offered him to plead guilty to murder 2 with an indeterminate sentence of 15 to life. With that type of sentence, after he served 15, the state corrections department decides how much longer he should serve. He did 2 more years and was released on parole." Elliott was living in a Midtown homeless shelter when he allegedly assaulted a woman on Monday. Police Commissioner Graham said the parole system failed to give Elliott the support he needed.
We need real safety nets. We need to work with the nonprofits and hold them accountable and replicate the ones that are successful. But just pushing people out and to think that we're doing them a good deed, I think is misguided.
If convicted of assault, Elliott faces up to 25 years in prison. That's in addition to any penalties resulting from him violating his parole. Sandra.
David Lee Miller live in New York City for us. Thank you. John?
Sandra, let's bring in trial attorney Heather Hansen now with more on this. Heather, do we have any idea why this guy was out on parole? He served 17 years for stabbing his mother to death. He was 19 at the time. He was paroled in November of 2019, but nobody knows how or why he got out of jail.
Well, not only that, we don't know why his parole applications were denied 2 times before he was finally released. It'll be interesting to find out what that reason was, because clearly there was some sort of problem here. As someone just mentioned, the fact that he was released without any safeguards, he was released to a homeless shelter/hotel in the middle of the city without any mental health help, it seems. All of these things are very important questions that need to be answered.
Do we think that this was a mental health issue, or was this a bias crime?
Well, it's definitely being charged as a hate crime, as it most certainly is. You have to wonder whether there is a mental health issue. When he stabbed his mother so many years ago, he did it in front of his 5-year-old sister. The event that we saw on that terrible video seemed to be completely random, completely hateful for sure, but of course all of this remains to be seen. Most certainly, the resources have to be there if we're going to let these people back in the streets, not only for them, as the prior person mentioned, but also for the safety of our citizens.
You know, as we see the pictures there on the right-hand side of the screen, of that poor Asian woman being kicked in the stomach and knocked down, she suffered a fractured pelvis, among other injuries. It's also worth noting that no one who was watching her called 911.
Yeah, that is problematic. Now, there's an investigation going on as to why that happened and how that happened. But we know that everyone carries a phone these days, and more states are actually mandating that if you see something like this, you have a duty to report. I think 13 states right now have some sort of law that goes beyond just being a bystander and actually asking you to intervene in some way. That is not the case in New York. Maybe it will be after something like this. But just to pick up the phone and call 911, thankfully there were police close by who eventually came on the scene.
I mean, you've got a moral obligation to do it, and that was in front of an apartment building. When you saw the doorman come up and he closed the door, as opposed to going out and helping them. I know it's the big city, but you got to wonder sometimes, what about your fellow human being? Heather Hansen, good of you to be with us today. Appreciate it.
Thanks so much, John.
Bro, why won't it let me shoot when I do that?
Video, you look at the video of the kids being dropped over the border, it's like, where is this all going?
It's hard. And here in New York City, during COVID, you have the emptying out of the city, businesses shut, the homeless problem has gotten worse, and the crime rate has spiked as well. It's not exactly a pleasant place at this moment. John? Coming up while his team was engaged in a
Yeah, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Play a defense. What?
It seems Cuomo was busy trying to take in millions for his book.
Plus, cancel culture now setting its sights on Barack Obama. Wait until you hear why the far left is calling the former president an oppressor. Joe Concha's got a lot to say about the Woke Brigade. He's fired up and he's coming up.
Here's huge news for veteran homeowners who need cash. Refi Plus from New Day USA. Record low mortgage rates have fallen again, while home values just keep climbing. Refi Plus lets you refinance at record low rates, plus get an average of $50,000 for retirement tomorrow and for peace of mind today. Refi Plus, it's huge news, it's only for veterans, and it's only from New Day USA.
Call 1-844-964-1481. We've been waiting for this. The chance to help you get ready once again. With great deals on new styles for all the moments ahead.
Look at this.
Like suits starting at $99. So when you're ready, get ready with the help of the new Men's Warehouse.
The Ball State drivers who switched saved over $700. Quicker call to switch.
Are you managing your diabetes using finger sticks? With the new Freestyle Libre 2 system,
Why don't Miss Buffalo?
glucose monitor, you can check your glucose with the coolest ones in hand. And now, with optional alarms, you can choose to be notified if you go too high or too low. And for those who qualify, the Freestyle Libre 2 system is now covered by Medicare. Ask your doctor for a prescription. You can do it without finger sticks. Learn more at freestylelibre2.us.
Horrific scenes along our southern border, but Joe, Kamala Harris are nowhere to be found. We will cover the failure of leadership in this country tonight on Hannity.
Hi, Grandma. I played baseball today. Oh, that's great.
What position did you play?
First base. That's what my grandpa used to play. When our hearing wouldn't allow us to use a regular phone, it made us feel isolated.
It became difficult to communicate.
Out of your mind, y'all think y'all winning.
Clear captions was indeed
Not playing these games.
Clear captions provide captions on the phone, like captioning on your TV, so you can see what the caller is saying live as they say it.
Making it easy to understand and respond immediately.
There is no insurance or Medicare required. Clear caption service is provided at no cost to you through a federally funded program. We deliver, install, and train you on how to use your phone, all at no cost to you.
Give your loved ones the independence and connection they deserve.
Call now to see if you qualify to get a Clear Captions phone at no cost to you. Call 1-800-883-7042. That's 1-800-883-7042.
I'm Duke, and I know that finding the right home repair contractor isn't easy. In fact,
bro, come on. Making me guard the big man, bro. I put Davis on him, then what are you gonna do? Are you sorry, little pig? Man, we not losing, bro. I don't care what happens.
When you need to hire a home repair contractor, say, find it, dude. We'll find it for you. Now, sit me on.
Oh my God.
We'll take outside.
Oh, defense. Let me get up. Now what's up?
It's all integrated with the best security system, so you can sleep.
Foul shots given to me.
Save over 50% on a smart home security system.
Oh, of course I miss a free throw. I'm gonna go upgrade those. Don't worry about it. Now boy. Now what? Now what you gonna do?
Saying about the former president as one school district outside of Chicago tried to rename a middle school after him. I'll bring in Joe Concha.
How you mind you talking to me like that?
Myself, born and raised there. For anybody listening, that's Waukegan, Illinois is where this is happening. It's the North Shore of Chicago. And some may be shocked to see that this is now happening.
And one. Boy.
Yeah, so look, they already came for George Washington. They already came for Abraham Lincoln, so it was only a matter of time
And one, like I said. Now what? What y'all thought it was? You thought you was gonna win?
Is apparently enforcing laws that are on the books when it comes to the undocumented and deportations. Overall, in his first 3 years, Obama actually deported 1.2 million people compared to President Trump, 800,000. If you want to chalk that up as a trivia question to trip up your friends with sometime, give that a shot. But I mentioned Washington and Lincoln before because in San Francisco,
I found him.
There was a school board that actually voted to eliminate those horrible races from schools in Washington, who only won the Revolutionary War, and Lincoln, who only freed the slaves. And it was Obama, actually, who has spoken out against wokeness and cancel culture. I'll give you the quote here, Sandra.
Actually, I'll play the sound. We've got it. We ripped woke culture back in 2019. Let's listen.
This idea of purity and you're never compromised and you're always politically woke and all that stuff, you should get over that quickly. The world is messy. There are ambiguities.
That's what you were looking for, Joe?
That's funny. That's exactly what I found from 2019. And look, think about what these immigration activists are rooting for here. They're rooting for open borders. They're criticizing President Obama at the time for doing his job. And you see the results when you adapt this kind of thinking around open borders. We're witnessing it at the border now. You guys are talking about the 3- and 5-year-olds. I have a 5-year-old being tossed over walls. You have facilities there at 17 times the capacity. 4,000 people are in a facility that's only supposed to fit 250 people in a pandemic. So look, this is happening also obviously with Donald Trump as well, with Facebook, where a video, an interview is put up of it. It's not even something that he tried to post to his own account, which is permanently suspended, and that is taken down because you can't have the voice of Donald Trump on there. So this whole erasing of presidents is utterly ridiculous. It's starting to backfire.
Why take it?
Now it's saying, yeah, this is getting to be a little bit too much, but we're allowing it to control the narrative.
Some of the words of the school board members said this is one of them. I will not be part of renaming a school after someone who did not and does not represent the undocumented community.
Got him back to back.
This is another. We feel that Barack Obama did disservice to us. He denied us, and he did not stop the deportations the way he promised. Also, if you're removing the name of Thomas Jefferson, one oppressor, the name of Obama is another oppressor, and our families do not want to see that name. Joe Constantly, your Hill column takes this on big picture, why the unhinged woke brigade is a profound threat to our freedom. Final thought.
Final thought, I'll let Phil Maher from HBO, far left, borrow my thought, where he says, over in China, they're building bridges, while here, we're thinking about how to rename them. And that's the difference. We're obsessed with this stuff. And fortunately, guys like Maher, Piers Morgan, Glenn Greenwald, those from the left are saying enough is enough. And obviously the right's had enough of it because most of the time they're the ones being targeted. So hopefully this is having now the boomerang effect that it should.
All right, we've got some breaking news at the White House. Joe Constantly, appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thanks, Ed.
John?
Yes, and Fox News Alert now go to the White House where Jen Psaki was asked about the Washington Post awarding 4 Pinocchios to President Joe Biden for saying that Georgia's election law shortened the number of hours that people could vote, saying that voting ends at 5 p.m.
But can y'all play defense?
Getting off work. Listen here.
In his last news conference, he said that the bill requires voting to end early at 5 p.m. And you said, and some others said that words matter. The bill actually standardizes
y'all play defense or nothing, bro. Y'all trash.
It also allows extended hours from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. So is there going to be a correction?
It standardizes the ending of the
and one.
At 5, right? So it gives options. It gives options to extend it, right? But it standardizes it at 5. It also makes it so that outside groups can't provide water or food to people in line, right? It makes it more difficult to absentee vote. Are those things all correct?
Is 7 to 7 and early voting can standardize adding Saturday and Sunday. So the question is the tone going to change at the White House?
The tone for a bill that limits voting access and makes it more difficult for people to engage in voting in Georgia?
No, that's actually not what the governor of Georgia has said.
Well,
I don't care. You're going to stop playing with my teammates like that.
So
go ahead. Get your little free throws.
About the specific components
it's over when I get in. It's over.
That it makes it
now it's over.
And more difficult.
Let's go. Play some defense. Let's go.
By limiting absentee options, by making it not viable, not possible for people to provide water to people in line, by not standardizing longer hours.
Well, and that just happened. Doubling down, really, on what we are Joe Biden.
Let me guess, that's my fault. Yeah, I thought so.
The consistent mischaracterization of some of the things that's in the law. If qualified people in line.
What?
50 feet away from the voting place, yes, you can give qualified people in line. You can even give them potato chips if you wanted to.
Oh, they playing with you. God. Body, bro. Team. Trash.
White House's briefing room will continue to monitor all of that, John. Meanwhile,
Man, what, JaVale McGee? You're center. You're supposed to have my read every time.
we're going to take you out to the
Don't let that happen again, bro.
as teams finally start welcoming back their fans.
McGee! What the? Bro, they are doing y'all silly. Ah, bro, this is what happened when y'all send me. This is exactly what happens. Let's go. Done with this crap.
Not anymore. Now rising debt is chopping away at the value of our dollar, like this. And that troubles me, which is why I buy gold.
Man, that's not my fault.
I buy my gold from
Nah, tell them to come and guard somebody when somebody's freaking right.
The best shipping and the best customer service around. With all the money spent by
I got something for you, man. Scream. Scream.
Power against the rising threat of inflation is more critical now than
what?
Protect your people work hard.
I'm finna follow Jesus out of you then.
Call now and get your free Roswell Capital Gold Kit.
God, why are we losing to the sorriest team in the league, bro?
Call 800-630-89.
Like, if y'all don't give me a reason, bro, I'm done with this team next season. I'm done with them. I'm done with this team. Or they ain't what they used to be. Because y'all keep freaking sending out Davis and LeBron. What's wrong with y'all?
Transfer help with a 99% success rate and an A+ rating with the PPP. We can give you peace of mind. Call 833-594-00.
No, ain't going nowhere.
Transfer.com.
Watch out with salt. Like sales are good. We need to hire.
Bro, play defense somewhere.
The moment you sponsor a job on Indeed, you get a short list of quality candidates from our
Bro, what are y'all doing? Defense. Nobody's right there on that, man. Bro, I'm not. Honestly, every game, man, we'll lose. Because I'm not playing them again. Foul. Give me my foul shots. Foul shots off. I'm gonna show y'all. Show y'all. What's up? Show you. I'm gonna show you. What? Come and get some. Bro, go down there and guard him. I'm telling you, if he scores again, you're done.
Chemicals in every fruit and vegetable that are naturally there. And many of those chemicals attribute to the plant's immune system. And what's awesome about it is we get that chemistry in our own immune system. That nutrition that we need is damaged by heat, air, and light. So our processes are done under vacuum, in dark, and cold. And by doing that, we preserve that nutrition of that fresh, whole fruit and vegetable nutrition when it goes down to nature. It's all there. This is Mother Nature intended.
Start today by going to balanceofnature.com and use discount code FOXNEWS.
At Leaf Filter, we're on a never-ending journey to end gutter cleaning forever. Whoa! Way too dangerous, Bill. Way too clogged, Melissa. Leaf Filter, the nation's #1 rated gutter protection system, will keep you safe and protect your home. We guarantee you
Bro, why won't
to clean those nasty gutters again. Everybody okay with that? Sure. Call or go online for your free gutter inspection and act now.
Man, please.
Do you have a life insurance policy you no longer need? Now you can sell your policy, even a term policy, for an immediate cash payment.
We thought we had planned carefully for our retirement.
But we quickly realized we needed a way to supplement our income.
If you have $100,000 or more of life insurance, you may qualify.
Bro, McGee!
Don't cancel or let your
God!
without finding out what it's worth. Visit CoventryDirect.com to find out.
McGee, if you don't get your head in this game, I swear to God, I will send you out when I come. I'm sending you out when I come franchise. I had enough of this.
Freedom of speech is under attack. That's why we're launching Tucker Carlson today.
Let's go, Kazuma. Let's go. We're gonna release somebody good enough for this team. Nope, defense. Big boy, defense. Boy, play your cards, bro. Play them.
saving and don't add anything. Go ahead.
Sole,
Yeah, I dare you.
flounder, cod, and catfish.
Yeah, sorry, that's not right.
Usually fans of Wheel of Fortune left spinning after a contestant failed to follow the rules involving that puzzle. Basically, the guy was supposed to just read the words, John, and instead he added "and" to his answer, despite the warning. It's not the first time that has happened, and once again, fans are calling on the show to drop that rule. I mean, the poor guy, he got it.
Down by 8.
But he added a rule.
We often had that problem in my household when we're playing heads up, you know, and we give a lot of latitude, too. You know, if you get close to the answer, you win. Yeah. But you gotta give a little, you know?
Bro, can y'all not play your game? Play the game, bro. Play it. Like, play it, bro.
Jack, America's favorite pastime returns. His opening day gets underway across the MLB. Set here in Washington. Brady crib belongs in historic Wrigley Field in Chicago. Hey, Brady,
We're down by 7.
Hey, it's well about the busiest it's been in over a year here at Wrigley.
Please, come on, please, bro. I need this win.
And well, 10,000 fans inside, 25% capacity. Not what we normally see, but at this point, we will take it. Let me show you what some of the other ballparks across the country are doing to start the season. Most teams between 12 and 30% capacity. The Rangers are the real standout, the anomaly, because they are planning for a full house on opening day, which is Monday for them. I talked to the president of business operations for the Cubs. He tells me that they hope to gradually increase the number of fans allowed inside.
Guys, this is my one chance.
As the season goes on,
Come on, LeBron.
full force by mid-summer.
A year later with a lot more experience, we're confident we'll get the number above 25%. But today we're just excited to have people in the ballpark.
And Sandra, I hate to be the one to give you this bad news, but as you can see on the iconic marquee sign here at Wrigley,
They got LeBron fouled out. Y'all done for.
now down 2-1 to the Pirates.
Oh no! And it's cold, right? I see you've got your coat on. It is just such a beautiful sight, though, to see fans returning. I mean, that's the first time the fans have walked into Wrigley Field in 2 years. It's a welcome sight for sure. Go Cubs!
Absolutely, and 35 degrees.
And I'm getting a B.
Yeah, we got about 43. We got about 43, 45 degrees here in Washington, but we're not going to get a game tonight. The Nats were supposed to have a home opener against the Mets, but unfortunately, because of some COVID problems with the Nationals, they've had to postpone it. Looks like it's going to be not for another couple of days that they're going to get back to playing. But you know, as the old saying goes, there's nothing like a home game. Even if it's an away game, even if it's an away game.
We'll take any baseball at this point. There you go. Hey, I was going to say, Sandra, I was thinking last July it was so much warmer for opening day. I wish it could be like that every year, but I'm told cold opening day is a rite of passage here in Chicago.
Good stuff. Oh, that is fun. All right, nothing like a Cubs game in Chicago.
What?
Thanks so much.
LeBron got fouled out. How does he play the game? That ain't fair.
We wish everybody good luck to their team's opening day. It is springtime, and the sun is shining here in New York City.
Yeah, trying to come out here in Washington and not having a whole lot of luck. But, you know, whether or not the Nats game with the Mets is being delayed or not, it's just so great to have baseball starting again and to have at least some semblance of getting back in with fans there.
Somebody's calling.
Just something, just a little piece, you know?
We'll take it, right? Thanks for joining us. I'm Sandra Smith.
And I'm John Roberts. The story starts right now.
Thank you so much, John and Sandra. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Martha McCallum in New York, and here is the story right now. The Biden White House is running into some headwinds and intensifying scrutiny from some, you might say, unlikely places, including the Washington Post. And this headline in the Hill today, quote, White House moves to reshape role of U.S. capitalism. So as a percentage of GDP, the Biden plan is bigger as a percentage of GDP than the New Deal was. That was the effort to transform the federal government's role and expanded it in the lives of Americans, essentially down the road with the Great Society. It laid the groundwork for the entire U.S. entitlement system. So this plan, the Biden plan,
no way.
Some say shrinks capitalism by saddling American companies with the highest tax rate in the world, according to the Tax Foundation, and therefore the least competitive. And it expands government involvement dramatically in commerce and in people's lives. A move that may endear progressives to this plan, although AOC says it is not nearly enough money. And Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg, who has a big role in all of this, he's happy to hear that.
We need to go way higher. We're talking about realistically $10 trillion over 10 years.
I'm certainly glad to hear that there's a shared appetite for going big.
There you go. So the plan eclipses really anything that was ever attempted by President Obama, or certainly President Clinton before him, who actually sought to rein in welfare and entitlement programs in this country. In a moment, we'll be joined by Senate Republican Whip John Thune from South Dakota. But first, we go to the White House in Milan. Mark Meredith is there, and the president has just wrapped up his first cabinet meeting about over 2 months into his presidency. Hi, Mark.
Martha, good afternoon to you. President Biden is urging Congress to think big when it comes to his $2 trillion spending bill. But Republicans say it's the price tag and the tax increases that go alongside it that have
Not orange, so we're going to hold the ball the last play.
Briefly, as the president held his first cabinet meeting, as you mentioned, he urged his cabinet to follow directives to buy American as the government makes plans to potentially spend a whole lot of money on new projects.
Our administration is a commitment to buy American. The plan we're putting forward to make sure that when the government is spending taxpayers' money, that they're spending on American-made goods, American corporations, and American employees.
The president's also tasking several of his cabinet secretaries to lead the effort to get his spending bill through Congress. That includes the heads of transportation, energy, labor department, commerce, and housing. Republicans are already revolting.
So I'm gonna make my shots.
They argue that the
and this is gonna get you down even more.
too expensive, and that of course that these tax
What?
What? They also say the bill includes too much money for everything but improving infrastructure.
What?
There may be something in here for murder hornets, for all I know. I need to read the details, but if you're talking about bridges and roads and ports and airports, by my numbers, I'm still reading things, but it's way less than 10%.
Yeah. So we've heard from lawmakers. We're also hearing from the Nonpartisan Committee for a Responsible Federal Budget, who says while the country is clearly in need of an infrastructure investment, it is not at all clear that $2 trillion of spending is needed or justified. So the big question is, how quickly will the White House try to push this through Congress? That is still unclear at this point. The White House not setting any sort of public timeline. But Martha, we do expect that many lawmakers will be coming over to the White House in the weeks ahead to give their thoughts on all of this.
No doubt. All right. Thank you very much, Mark. South Dakota Senator John Thune, the Senate Minority Whip, he will play a big role in how the Republican vote on all of this spending will go. Great to see you, Senator. Thank you so much for being here. I'd like to start, if I may, by playing this piece of sound from the president on listening to Republicans. Watch this.
I'm going to bring Republicans into the Oval Office, listen to them, what they have to say, and be open to other ideas. We'll have a good faith negotiation with any Republican who wants to help get this done.
So it looks like a $2 trillion bill. This is just the first part of it. There's going to be a part 2 as well. That's on top of the trillions that we spent on COVID. But he says he wants you all to come in there with your ideas. And what will those ideas be?
Good question, Martha. I'm glad to hear that the president is finally acknowledging that he wants to hear from Republicans, because as of yet, 70 days into his administration, we haven't heard from him. And infrastructure traditionally has been a bipartisan, concept. And we've had Republicans and Democrats both who in the past at least have been inclined to support infrastructure as defined as roads and bridges and transportation and things like that. Their idea of infrastructure not only includes some of those things, but electric vehicles, healthcare, daycare, schools, housing. I mean, this is a massive, massive expansion of the federal government. And as somebody on his staff has convinced him that he can be the next FDR, because this is a massive expansion paid for, at least in part, by huge tax increases in the economy, which would very much harm the economies we're trying to recover and get people back to work and get growth back. So we'll see what he has to say. But obviously we have some interest in what we consider to be infrastructure. How they define infrastructure is certainly much broader.
But what does that mean, Senator? I mean, so when you go in there, what are you going to say? Will there be a Republican proposal that says, look, we're all for a $1 trillion package over 10 years that fixes the roads and bridges and builds new airports and maybe broadband and some of those other things that maybe have a decent argument for being in infrastructure? Are you going to present your plan to the president?
Well, of course we will, and we have. There has been bipartisan support for a highway bill, which is, we've had Senator Capito, who chairs that committee. Senator Brasso was involved in the last Congress on that issue. Unanimously came out of the committee there are a lot of things for which there's bipartisan support, and it will require some amount of spending. But they're talking about massive amounts of spending, most of it totally unrelated to transportation or infrastructure. In fact, 6% of this bill is truly infrastructure. The rest of it is the massive expansion of government, which the left has wanted. This is the Bernie Sanders wing of the Democrat Party, the socialist wing, that is the tail wagging the dog right now when it comes to their agenda.
So what's the political strategy? I mean, do you hold the line and say, look, this is your baby, go for it, you can pass this right now, but do you anticipate that this is going to be something that's a problem for them in 2022? Because they seem to be reading the tea leaves and the polls and saying, you know what, people like checks, people like all of these programs, and they like this expansion, and we're going all in.
Well, people like economic growth, they like better paying jobs, and the tax increases included in here are not going to accomplish that. And I think if you look at, there are Democrats on Capitol Hill, in my view at least, who are going to view this as way too much money and funding things that the government shouldn't be funding. There's a role for government, there's a role for the private economy. And I'm hoping that there will be some thoughtful Democrats who be willing to work with Republicans to reduce this in size and scope.
How many of them?
Hopefully dimensions.
How many of them? That's the question, right? I mean, is Joe Manchin going to be on board with this proposal?
This strikes me as a very radical, extreme proposal, and I would hope that Joe Manchin would be among other Democrats who would find this really hard to swallow.
Anyone else that you think will not be on board so far?
Well, I think if you're talking about the kind of debt, the kind of tax increases, maybe Kirsten Sinema, there's probably a handful. They're not going to be vocal about it right now, but hopefully they will as time goes on.
All right, we'll be watching. Senator, thank you very much. Good to have you here.
Thanks, Martha. You bet.
Joining me now, Brett Baer, anchor of Special Report. Hi, Brett. Good to see you this afternoon. So obviously, there's a boldness that the president spoke about. And clearly, this White House is feeling very strengthened right now, and the president has been convinced to go places that he never went as part of the Obama administration. They seem to be betting that this is politically very smart for them at this point.
Right, and it's a different president than it was candidates talking and all those Democrats. Is it politically dangerous for this road with such thin majorities that you just talked about and the House?
Yeah, that's a good point. A lot of the Trump moves have been rolled back, and regulations were relieved considerably in the Trump administration. What's your read on Joe Manchin? I mean, obviously, all of these green issues have a lot of impact on a place like West Virginia.
Yeah, I think he's, listen, on the first COVID relief bill, I think he did punt and went along with his party. But just talking to him, I think he is going to hold the line on the filibuster, it seems to me. He's in the seat of Robert Byrd, who essentially created the Byrd rule in the Senate. And I think he feels this traditional sense of defending that. However, there are things that he's going to negotiate for, and I wouldn't be surprised if West Virginia gets a lot of bridges and tunnels and everything else they need in whatever plan.
And that's the thing, that they'll like this. It's time for everybody to put in their favorite project around their state and hope that they get elected again the next time around, that's for sure. Open season. Brett, thank you very much. Good to see you. We'll see you tonight at 7.
You bet. Okay.
So moments ago, the White House responding to this shocking video, and this is just one little slice of life on the border right now. 2 little girls, 3 and 5 years old, dropped, I think it's about 14 feet from the top of that fence by whoever was transporting them, smuggler, whoever this person was. Then they turn around and just run away, and the girls are left on their own. It's a very dramatic piece of video. It's a message to migrants that have been coming from the White House that you should come. And that's what's happening. Watch this.
We're a nation that says if you want to flee, if you're fleeing oppression, you should come.
Veteran homeowners, during uncertain times, money in the bank can bring you and your family real peace of mind. Refi Plus from New Day USA can make it happen. Refi Plus lets you refinance at the lowest mortgage rates in history. Plus, get an average of $50,000 cash for the financial security you and your family deserve. Refi Plus, only from New Day USA.
Call 1-844-964-1463.
Larry Elder again for the 100% drug-free supplement Relief Factor to help people with their back and neck pain, shoulder, hip, and knee pains. And I'm with the father-son owners of Relief Factor, Peter Zev Talbot. Zev, tell us why you created the 3-week kickstart.
Well, quite simply, we discovered that many people were in less or no pain in about 2 or 3 weeks. Then, of course, they want to order more. And I gotta say, these testimonials are fun to watch.
First heard about Relief Factor on the radio, I was really skeptical, but at the time I was dealing with some serious lower back issues and pain. I thought I'd go ahead and try the 3-week quick start, and literally within 10 days, I didn't have nearly as much pain. I was getting mobility back. It literally put me back to where I was before I had the injury, before I had the back pain.
You've heard me say this before. These guys are on a mission to get you out of pain. So go to relieffactor.com or call 800-500-8384.
We're Carvana, the company who invented car vending machines and buying a car 100% online. Now we've created a brand new way for you to sell your car. Whether it's a year old or a few years old, we want to buy your car. So go to Carvana and enter your license plate, answer a few questions, and our techno wizardry calculates your car's value and gives you a real offer in seconds. When you're ready, we'll come to you, pay you on the spot, and pick up your car. That's it. So ditch the old way of selling your car and say hello to the new way at Carvana.
Through Ancestry, I learned so much about my grandparents that I never knew. I'm a lawyer now, but I had no idea that my grandfather was a federal judge in Guatemala. My grandfather used his legal degree and his knowledge to help people that were voiceless in this country. That put a fire in my heart. It made me realize where I got my passion for social justice.
Bring your family history to life like never before. Get started for free at Ancestry.com.
This year, we were searching for something. Not far away from home, but far away from our daily routine. What we found was an amazing place. Space to have fun and privacy. Time to recharge our batteries. And moments you'll never forget.
Find more than you're searching for. Trivago. Compare combination offers from the leading brands worldwide and find the best deal for you. Hotel, vacation rental, family time. Trivago.
Piers Morgan speaks out on Tucker Carlson today. He defended the Royals in True Fire. Now in his first interview since leaving his show, he tells all on Tucker Carlson today. Streaming only on Fox Nation. Sign up today.
Did you know that customers who use the Spectrum Mobile calculator see they could be saving money every month, even hundreds of dollars a year? The calculator will show you in 3 easy steps which plans fit your family's needs and how much you could save by switching to Spectrum Mobile. Whether it's by the gig, unlimited, or a combination of both, you'll only pay for the data you need. Try the Spectrum Mobile calculator today by going to spectrummobile.com/save.
When you die, are you going to heaven or not? You can know for sure. Heavenornot.net.
This country was made by tax rebels, gold seekers, believers,
Rock by left,
and true patriots. We're Newsmax, and we're their heirs, and so are you. Newsmax TV, real news for real people.
So a short time ago, the White House was pressed on what you see in this image. It's shocking footage that captures smugglers dropping 2 little girls, toddlers, 3 and 5 years old, over the 14-foot border fence. And the person who drops them, you can see as you watch this, they just drop the other side themselves, and then they take off back in the direction of Mexico. Watch this whole thing.
Its safety is, as you just mentioned, agency.
Well, of course it is, which is why I'm often surprised by some of the line of questioning here. But I will say that our concern and our focus is on sending a clear message to the region that this is not the time to come. You should not send your kids on this treacherous journey, that these smugglers are preying on vulnerabilities in these communities.
So in moments, Laura Logan. But first to the border city of Eagle Pass, Texas, where we find senior correspondent Casey Stiegel. Casey?
Hey, Martha, good to see you. That incident happened near El Paso, and it was all caught on tape. Customs and Border Protection cameras, in fact,
No.
we have to show you the video. It's difficult to watch. And you're right, Martha, I heard you talking. That wall, it is 14
feet high in that one spot. You can see the smugglers drop
bro, come on, bro. See, that's why you don't move the ball right there.
top of that border barrier and then take off. The 3- and 5-year-old little girls are from Ecuador. They are sisters. Agents were able to rescue them, and they were, fortunately, not seriously hurt. Officials say, however, this proves that the cartels and the criminal organizations are becoming more and more brazen, willing to...
That's my fault? Oh, yeah, that's rich.
...to make a quick buck.
See, the smuggling fees actually go higher. A natural byproduct of this is, I believe, is further exploitation, not only of the system, but the family members. You know, when you think of hope and desperation, and you're willing to separate one of your kids, that's a heck of a choice to make.
Now, a new emergency intake site will open in Houston at the National Association of Christian Churches. That happens later today. Up to 500 accompanied minors are scheduled to arrive there. Between DHS and HHS numbers, we're watching these tallies and looking at them very closely, Martha. And as of right now, the map shows us there are more than 18,000 migrant children in federal custody.
And by some estimates, about 22,000 may be on the way. So we're going to need a lot more of those facilities, a lot more places to keep and house these children. Casey, thank you very much. I'm joined now by Fox Nation host Lara Logan. The latest season of her show, Lara Logan Has No Agenda, Return to the Border, is streaming now. It is fascinating, and Lara has spent a lot of time down there. Good to see you here today. Lara, what's going through your mind, given all of the work that you've done down there, when you watch those 2 children get dropped over that fence, and you talk about the dynamic that's going on behind all of that. Tell us about that.
Well, you know, sadly, the first thing that goes through my mind when I see that, apart from the initial, you know, sort of thing in the pit of your stomach where you just feel sick because you think it could be your child. But what I think about immediately after that, Martha, is that this is a diversion. The cartels know exactly where Border Patrol's cameras are. They know their tactics, their techniques, their procedures. And what they know is that when they drop 2 little girls like that, who they know will be wounded, that Border Patrol agents are going to surge to that area, and they're going to be completely consumed with taking care of those children. You know, which only goes to show that the U.S. politicians and leaders in this country who really discredited and targeted and terrorized Border Patrol agents and their families should be ashamed of themselves, because
finding justice an African American male has been killed under these circumstances. And I think that is something that will reverberate throughout this country if you found not guilty. Because the African American community is always looking for affirmation that the judicial system works. They've seen many different examples where in their own minds that it didn't work as it relates to the police. And this could be another one of those examples.
Look at that. We up by 24. I think one more point I can simulate this game.
On the relationship between the police and the community and the public at large, because this is a significant matter, and trust in the judicial system is important. Now, I don't believe this case will have the effect that it will cause the judicial system to change in any way. Those people getting convicted of crimes, prosecutors in other cities, how they do things, I don't see that much change. The question would be, will there be more police shooting cases that are prosecuted? And that becomes a significant point from a political point of view. And that may have a very positive effect. That if, after this crime, there's a conviction or not, that the prosecutors may say that maybe we should be prosecuting more of these cases. I've been involved in countless cases, and no prosecution has taken place on only in one case. And you may know that. That's off the Grant case that really happened down there. But other than that, it has not happened. Especially, is this going to be a barometer? If people are going to see this as an opportunity to move forward in these types of cases? That remains to be seen depending on what the outcome is.
Hey, John, we really appreciate this. I mean, your perspective is just so interesting, and you know of where you speak for sure, so thank you.
Thank you. It's good to be with both of you.
Really interesting.
Yeah, there's a lot more going on than just, I agree with you, Harvey. I think, well, certainly for the general public, this is not just about Derek Chauvin and George Floyd. This is about police brutality in general.
Yeah, I think that's right. We're taking a break.
All right, when we come back, Kevin Durant squaring off, not with another NBA player, but Michael Rappaport. Now, KD claims they're friends, but the things he said to to Michael Rappaport are now, Kevin Durant's getting called out because he said some really horrible, homophobic things to Michael Rappaport. Who is upset about it, but people are choosing sides, and you do the same, I expect.
An estimated 80,000 Americans won't receive a timely cancer diagnosis because of COVID-19. Too many people are delaying life-saving cancer screenings and treatment. But cancer won't wait. Be assured we have taken extraordinary measures to protect your safety when visiting our hospitals or clinics. So whether it's here at CTCA or elsewhere, please get the care you need. Because cancer won't wait.
Right.
When it's hot outside, your car is like a sauna, steaming up lingering odors. Febreze car vent clip stops hot car stench with up to 30 days of freshness. Get relief with Febreze. With Tremfya, adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can recover clearer skin and improve symptoms at 16 weeks.
Serious allergic reactions may occur. Tremfya may increase your risk of infections and lower your ability to fight. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, or if you had a vaccine or plan to.
Tremfya Janssen can help you explore cost support options.
Goldie, the world's first apple cider vinegar gummies make things healthy. Simple.
Goldie makes weight loss simple.
All day energy. Simple.
There was a cake?
No thank you. Cutting craving? Simple.
And it's simply delicious. Healthy doesn't have to taste bad. In fact, with Goldie, it's actually delicious.
Visit Goldie.com/TV. 10% off plus free shipping.
Are you one of the millions of Americans who experience occasional bloating, gas, or abdominal discomfort? Taking Align can help. Align contains a quality probiotic to naturally help soothe digestive upset 24/7. Try Align, the pros in digestive health.
Ever notice how stiff clothes can feel rough on your skin? For softer clothes that are gentle on your skin, try Downy Free and Gentle. Downy will soften your clothes without dyes or perfumes. The towel wash with Downy is softer and gentler on your skin. Try Downy Free and Gentle.
She's got every freaking thing. Big celeb, big story, big events.
Offset giving his daughter a manicure, and he's good at it.
Cardi B nails being on point all the time.
Yeah, I don't think he does Cardi B's nails.
Well, we got ourselves a good old-fashioned beat. Not a rap beat. These are not rappers going at it. It is a superstar athlete and an actor, KD, Kevin Durant, of the Brooklyn Nets, and Michael Rappaport are really in a pretty heated feud. Now, Kevin Durant claims they are friends, but when you see what has been said between them, I can't believe that they're actually...
I am saving that.
And now this is a battle. People are choosing sides because Kevin Durant said some things that are really out there, homophobic, misogynistic. Now he claims that this is
can't believe that. Oh my God.
That he and Michael Rappaport have all the time. Michael Rappaport isn't presenting it that way. In fact, he's the one who put their messages out there. So this
I'm clipping that.
Michael Rappaport saying, I receive
messages
daily, but never in my wildest dreams did I think that KD would be among them. So the snake himself is threatening me, bringing up my wife and wants to fight. This is supposed to be America's sweetheart, right? So he then went on
a
bunch of their DMs, screen grabs of their DMs. Now, we can't say most of what was in your see. We have to even just redact the messages because most of that is what Kevin was saying to Michael Rappaport. And it was, you know, I have to say to me, it's like, these are really homophobic remarks that he made. And you know, to say, oh, it was just between two guys who were friendly banter. Can you imagine if two white guys used the N-word and they said it was friendly banter? I thought it was friendly party. That's really no, I get it. But I'll think it's two white guys privately not saying something. No one else can see it. They want to use it. other this way all the time, privately telling their friends, they're like, well, this is Morgan Wallen. Morgan Wallen, man. So, maybe in a friendly way back then too. But, I mean, he did it in public. The problem was he did it in public, and that's why he got in trouble. Okay, well now it's public, and all I'm saying is, that's a lot of people are saying, oh, it's just really dancing. They're saying that now that it's out. And I don't, by the way, Harvey, I hear what you're saying. I'm saying this is more.
Bro, what are you doing, David? You said lock it to you. I locked it.
The NBA has really yet to comment on this, and it's so surprising to me. Just a few weeks ago, my son made some anti-Semitic remarks on a video game stream, and he was suspended a week. He was fined $50,000. He was kicked off the team, and he doesn't have a team right now. Kevin Durant, meanwhile, makes all these defensive remarks. And by the way, he says crazier things since the Miami last game before. So not only is he saying it now, but he's admitting that saying back some crazier things. And he still hasn't yet been into anything.
Ron took it out of his hands.
It's great, and we got this around, and it was an NBA star, and we asked him about it, and what's your reaction?
Definitely said something bad. Now, if you want to debate whether or not it was okay because we're friends, that's one thing. But he says bad stuff. That's very clear. That sounds to me like that's the case of an NBA star who's he's
Pick what up?
he's not going to he's not going to pick sides against the guy who's on his team, which is being an NBA player. So,
I can do match in North Carolina.
And one. Got a problem.
Kevin Durant gave us this energy, all the time. I feel like, I know it was a private conversation. I know he's, talking smack and everything like that.
I don't get it, bro. By 25.
I think Kevin Durant be more vocal in the media. He's like so active on social media and so knowledgeable. I just wish he was just like more of a presence like this all the time. It would be so much more enjoyable for basketball fans and for the culture.
But you couldn't have him saying those. You wanted to say the stuff you wanted to say. You wanted to say it like in a news conference.
None of that. Obviously, what he said was like crossing the line. It was very, not condoning that at all. But just don't say all that on DMs and then just be quiet all the time in the media. Be more transparent in a safe way.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, right. Okay. Fair point. Not specifically the language he used, but you want him to be more outgoing. Let's do it. All right. When we come back, Hailey Bieber says that she has been relentlessly bullied online. We've heard her talk about this before, but now she has a new system in place to take care of this. And I honestly think what she says is a lesson that we can all learn, something that we can all take away from this. And also, to see her husband going to prison. We now know what happened when he went to visit a prison here in Southern California. We'll show you.
They done. 3-1. 3-1. Day's over.
I wasn't going to take a chance on my
I'll get started by the time the season's over, too.
Call on the hurt line. The law.
Day's done. Tell him done.
After your accident, who did you call?
I called Laura.
Why did you call?
To get the money we deserve.
What's the number? Did you get a lot of money?
Every cent.
I got a big check fast. You got it.
I'm starting.
Is now a good time for a flare-up?
Enough, Crohn's.
For adults with moderate to severe Crohn's or ulcerative colitis, Stelara can provide relief and is the only approved medication to reduce inflammation on and below the surface of the intestine you see.
You getting on that back off, you see?
Stelara may increase the risk of infection, some serious in cancer.
I'm starting.
Treatment, test it
I think.
doctor if you have an infection. Flu-like symptoms.
Not sure.
Use give birth, have had cancer, or if you need a vaccine. PRES, a rare
Why?
fatal brain condition may be possible. Some serious allergic reactions and lung.
Oh, no. How many player bills have you created? Yeah,
immediate
boy, I'm sorry.
Attention,
What's my name?
consumers who use heartburn medications such as Zantac or Ranitidine.
I'm sending to the receipt box and the
Heartburn
phone
medication Zantac and its generic store price has been linked to
that way I can edit the minutes to
Zantac and Ranitidine
people playing and all that.
known cancer-causing agent, NDMA, kidney, pancreas, ovaries, esophagus, and other cancers. NDMA is one of the strongest cancer-causing agents, both in single doses and in smaller doses over time. If you or a loved one have taken a heartburn medication such as Zantac or Ranitidine and have had cancer, you may be entitled to substantial compensation without going to court. Call the Negligence Network.
I'm starving.
If you or a loved one has ever taken heartburn medication such as Zantac
I'm
or
starving.
Ranitidine and was diagnosed with cancer in the past 10 years, you may be entitled to
I want all the smoke.
Call now.
I want all the smoke. I'm starving. I want all of it.
Call 1-800-600-6955. That's 1-800-600-6955.
Made your ankles go that way?
When you're injured,
Bro, scream.
or a lot to gain.
One free call was all that it took
Bro.
for the knowledgeable walker online.
Call on the hotline. The law offices of James Calcara.
Welcome back to TMZ Live. Haley?
Inside the car with George Floyd, when Floyd, according to the earlier testimony, passed out on the steering wheel, he is now pleading the fifth. He will not take the stand. He doesn't want to answer questions.
Green up.
Why? Attorney Mark Arthur.
Green up, green up. I already know.
Her endless. Give her a lot of grief. Yeah, so she's now opening up, talking about how that is
Really shoot me.
her life on social media. Take watch.
One of the things that I found really helped me is I started doing something where I don't go on Instagram Monday through Friday. I don't even have a Twitter.
Heck out of here with that.
There was never really a time I would go on there that it didn't feel like it was a very toxic environment. That's why I've been opening the app gives me such bad anxiety that I feel like I'm going to throw up. So I got rid of that app though. I mean, therapy has helped me a lot. Having somebody to be that outside person to help me dissect the real world and be like, okay, you're talking about something that really only exists when you're screaming. And also, my husband has helped me so much with it. Like, I really have to give him credit because he's been doing this so much longer at this really massive
I ain't tightly nothing.
I go to the big room, like, I get it, yeah, I don't want to hear it, and then I, like, do it, and he's like, I told you, like, it's just, it's way better. Like, life is way better this way.
Sure. Okay, I gotta react to this. First of all, I just think she's fantastic. I really do.
Yeah. And also give credit. She was talking to, she was getting some professional help. She was talking to Dr. Jessica Clemens, a renowned psychiatrist. So,
and that's my overarching point here, which is, okay, and Charles, I know what you're going to say, so I'll say, oh, Harvey, you're an old man. It's like, why are people...
I would never say that.
Why are people on Twitter? I mean, she has to have a therapist to deal with the fallout from Twitter. How does that improve anybody's life?
I will tell you that some people on Twitter. It's what she said is true. It is a very toxic environment. But some people
don't even try it.
Entertainment.
He gonna try it.
Serving that toxic environment. Into that toxic environment. I don't know how you deal with that.
One of the things that Haley did mention is she obviously still has her Instagram, and she said she goes on that only on the weekends and not Monday through Friday. But the great thing about Instagram is she was able to pull the comments. So the only people that are allowed to leave comments under her posts are the people that follow her. So you assume people that are following her are fans of her that aren't bully like messages, hate, and all of that. So that's a great filter that she has in place there.
I mean, look, and from our point of view, we chose the comment section on our website a little more than a year ago. Honestly, I wish we would have done it sooner. I mean, I really wish we would have done it sooner because it was so hateful and toxic. But it's the same thing on Twitter. I mean, it's the same people, it's the same thing. I'll stop, but
what's interesting, the other part I thought was really interesting is that how much credit she's giving Justin, because
that's my fault.
I know recently we talked about it. I won't say in the office, but we're not in the office together. But about how Justin, he has been going through this for so long, since he was 15, 14, 15.
Well, yeah.
That's my fault too.
Since the beginning of Twitter, Justin Bieber's been dealing with all this stuff. It's the dawn of Twitter. Justin Bieber has been. And by the way, he had a rough patch for a long time, and I'm sure that had to contribute some as well. So, okay, I'll shut up.
By the way, speaking of Justin turning things around, take a look. We got some photos. Michael told you that last week he went to visit the California State Prison in LA County. And we got some, that was his RV pulling in, so we knew he was going there. But we got these photos. He was
get that out of here.
The ministry that he was doing there, sitting outside, very COVID safe, talking to a lot of the inmates, and then had a prayer group also going with them. So we were wondering if he actually did a performance for them. Not at all. This was strictly about ministry.
And real quickly, his album, Justice, in part, it had to do with him wanting to get involved in justice, and that's kind of what we saw there. So, not fully, we had a big thing in the morning meeting that it's also about the name, I know, but partly about justice. Good for Justin. Good for Justin.
Hi, I'm Sammy from Chicago, Illinois, and I've seen the negativity towards that addiction. Another key witness who was inside the SUV with Floyd at the time of his arrest, there was also another woman in the car at that point, says he does not want to speak or be questioned. He tells the court he will not take the stand, he will take the fifth if he is called, which raises questions about why. In moments, Attorney Mark Eisler has arguments that we can expect when the defense begins for this ex-police officer. But first, of course, Matt Finn, who is reporting once again live outside the courtroom today. Hello, Matt.
My boss reported a short while ago, two paramedics that treated George Floyd, they flatlined on the way to the hospital. They did everything they could to try to revive him, including chest compressions and shocks, but nothing worked. Also, George Floyd's girlfriend, Courtney Ross, testifying under oath that she thinks Floyd's friend, Maurice Hall, seen on video with Floyd the day he died, had a history of providing drugs to Floyd, perhaps fueling Floyd's opioid addiction. Maurice Hall's attorney tells Fox News this afternoon they have no response to that allegation. Hall is a critical eyewitness for plans to plead the fifth and not testify. Floyd's girlfriend said she and Floyd were together for 3 years. They enjoyed walks and dining out, but they did battle a drug addiction, and she did not like that Floyd was with Maurice Hall.
Do you recall FBI agents asking you, did Mr. Floyd purchase controlled substances from Mr. Maurice Hall?
Yeah, I think that's right.
And in court a short while ago, a firefighter took the stand. We'll keep you updated on his account, Martha.
Thanks, Matt. Matt Finn in Minneapolis. Defense attorney and former prosecutor Mark Eisler. Mark, good to be back on the program. So this is getting a lot of attention. We're going at this day by day. The fact that this other individual who was
scared the Jesus out of me.
The person who was very privy to all of the events that happened in Cup Foods and where they were going, what they were doing, and what state George Floyd was in, says he will not talk.
Yeah, all that's interesting. It's not necessary, really. First of all, he's not going to talk. You know, there's no big mystery.
Fitted the story, then Daddy, what you mean? I saw some ingredients.
False name to law enforcement. He's got a history, in fact, of open warrants when he was arrested that included a nice portfolio of crimes, including felony possession, I think it was domestic violence. So there's reasons why he doesn't want to testify. But this case does not hinge upon what flows from Mr. Hall's lips.
So tell me what you think so far. Everybody at home.
We're up by 22.
The prosecution side of this, and then they have the chance to cross-examine Eric Nelson, who's the attorney for Derek Chauvin prosecution. But just give everyone sort of a frame for watching what we're seeing right now and what you expect when we get to the other side of this equation.
Dang, how many times are you going to get the ball and miss?
The cause of death was not the kneeling on his neck for the 9 minutes and 29 seconds, but rather a history of physical problems that included heart issues and also was because of his alleged drug use. They're going to try to devalue his life. That's absolutely what they're going to attempt to do. That his own behavior brought this on. Again, don't kill the messenger. But they'll argue ultimately that the cause of death was not this officer, but other matters. The prosecution's going to say it doesn't matter if those other factors were at play, as long as the kneeling on the neck.
That's my fault. my foul shot. What he thought he was getting the ball from me.
Based on their color and their ancestry. But apparently Kiffin has a number of different of dual curriculum in their classroom. Now it's definitely possible to fight with that without being called a racist. Now there's a way to combat craziness in classroom. Instead, it will only see here a brand new program bringing message from the next.
Woo! Buckets for days. Man, give him a little foul shot. You're still gonna lose. That's a promise. Oh my God, they suck. How we lose? Man, know what? No. I don't care. We're winning, boy, by 20. Man, get this dude off me. What?
It's not about how many it's about how
What? I fouled him? I think it's kind of funny that y'all are lying, bro. Big lying. Got something for that, though. Don't give me that much space, little boy. Don't give me that much space, little boy.
Start your journey with the best fruit and vegetable products on the market today by going to balanceofnature.com or by calling 1-800.
I don't know. What are you going? Where are you going? What you gonna do?
And don't forget to get 35% off your first order as a preferred customer by using discount code FOXNEWS.
Oh, Davis with it, big boy.
Come work for an innovative company that pushes the boundaries of connectivity, entertainment, and communication. Spectrum, the nation's fastest growing TV, internet, voice, and mobile provider, is looking for individuals who are interested in making the most out of their career. Employees enjoy full benefits, best-in-class 401k, and complimentary services. Spectrum has a wide range of positions available, so find the right opportunity for you. Just go to jobs.spectrum.com and apply today. The insurance company wants me to sign a release.
James with it, thank you, boy.
Sure.
You're not required to listen to the insurance adjuster. Call me for help before you sign those.
Yeah, call time out, you stupid idiot. Right after I made that.
I don't think it's enough. Don't let the insurance company pressure you. Let me help you.
Can we talk online or by email?
We're available 24 hours a day, and we'll even come to you.
I'm Sarah Evans, multi-platinum recording artist. For hassle-free web browsing. It's important that PCmatic servers, research, development, and support are all in the USA. The other antiviruses are made in foreign countries, some where the ransomware originates. Most antivirus slows your computer. PCmatic makes our computers faster. PCmatic protects Windows computers, including XP, Vista, Windows 7, 8, and 10, Windows servers, Macs, MacBooks, and Android phones and tablets. PCmatic is just $50 for 5 devices for 1 year with a full 30-day money-back guarantee. It is patented, award-winning antivirus that's made in America. Go to PCmatic.com.
No.
Parents eager to fight back against critical race theory, woke indoctrination, and the push for students to question whether their ethnicity makes them a victim or does it make them an oppressor. So these parents have a new tool for how to handle this in their school systems. The nonprofit Parents Defending Education, Parents Defending Education, seeks to empower these parents by educating them on how they can hold officials accountable and reclaim schools from activists promoting harmful agendas. Joining me now are two of the group's leaders, Nicole Neely, president and founder of Parents Defending Education, and Mama 2, and Asha Namani, Vice President of Strategy and Investigations at PDE, a former reporter for Wall Street Journal, and a mother to a high school junior. Great to have both of you with us today. Thank you very much for being here. Asha, you write, our country is headed towards a crisis. A new class of racial profiteers have descended upon our classrooms looking to refashion our curriculum and infuse them with radical ideology while lining their pockets. Tell me about this racial profiteer movement that you say started right after George Floyd's death.
Yeah, you just had a segment about George Floyd's death, and what has happened is that since June 2020, school districts and this industry that Nikki calls the diversity industrial complex has used the tragedy as a Trojan horse to get into our children's schools and at their classrooms. You know, what we know from reporting is that you have to follow the money, you have to ask questions, and you have to connect the dots. And so at Parents Defending Education, we're connecting the dots. We've created this incredible map that we're calling Indoctrination, and in it, we're asking people around the country to report to us their incidents of indoctrination in the classroom. And it's unbelievable. Every hour we're getting new reports.
No.
We're going to get a lot more after this segment, I can promise you, because I talk to parents all the time, Nicole, who say that they're afraid. You know, I don't want my kid labeled a racist. I don't want to be, the crazy racist mom who, called the school and wanted to know why they are teaching critical race theory, that there is, embedded racism in every person in this country, essentially, and in our history. What can they do now? Sure, yeah, and anonymity is definitely something that we take very seriously. We accept anonymous tips from people. And the structure is a membership association, so when we file litigation, it's actually filed as Parents Defending Education versus the school. And the parents are anonymous. They're listed as Parent A, Parent B, Parent C. Because we don't want people to be fired, to be doxxed, to be called names, and to be thrown down in polite society. So I think there's something, everybody can do something. People can give us a tip up through writing a letter to the editors, showing it to school boards, but we want to give parents the tools to get engaged in whatever level they feel comfortable with.
Bro, come on.
Just anonymously, or be it, all the way to taking something to a federal lawsuit. I mean, it's very organized on the other side of this, so I give you guys a lot of
you little fuck.
to have a voice for parents out there as well. Asha, was there a moment for you as a parent that made you say, you know what, I need to do something about this? I can't just stand by.
Yes, absolutely. What happened is that in June 2020, the principal at my son's high school, Thomas Jefferson High School for Science and Technology, sent a letter to the mostly Asian, mostly immigrant, mostly minority families of our school, and she told us that we needed to check our privileges. So what we have at our school, at TJ, are parents that have immigrated from China, Romania, India. We have a mom named Yan who literally stood in Tiananmen Square fighting the Cultural Revolution and fighting the orthodoxy that is in China. So what has happened now is that I became an accidental activist in June 2020, and now we've created this national movement, and just invite parents everywhere to join us at defendingegg.org. One dad wrote to us and said the cavalry has arrived, and it has. We're going to march, and we're going to fight against this army of indoctrinators that are going into our kids' schools.
So what are you holding there?
I am holding a book that is to be read to our children. It's called Not My Idea. And I just want you to know the simplest message. Whiteness is a bad and then the image of a devil with the whiteness being a pact with the selling of a child's soul. Can you imagine that is something that is being taught to our children? What we believe in as a nation is equality and humanity, and that's what Defending Education is about, and the values of America. And so please support us, everyone.
I mean, we were raised to not hate people because of the color of their skin. So this feels like
I'm done. Look at that. Boy, I'm close. One more team and we're done.
Give us a progress report because we would like to keep in touch with you and talk a lot more about this. Thank you very much, Nicole and Oscar. Good to have you here. Quick break on the story, and we'll be right back with more after this. Here's exciting news for veteran homeowners who need cash. Refi Plus from New Day USA. It lets you refinance at today's record low rates, plus get cash. With mortgage rates low and home values high, Refi Plus can help you lower your rate, plus turn your home equity into an average of $50,000. Money for security today, money for retirement tomorrow. Refi Plus from New Day USA.
Call 1-844-956-2617.
If you have moderate to severe psoriasis, little things can become your big moment. That's why there's Otezla. Otezla is not a cream. It's a pill that treats plaque psoriasis differently. With Otezla, 75% clear skin is achievable. Don't use if you're allergic to Otezla. It may cause severe diarrhea, nausea, or vomiting. Otezla is associated with an increased risk of depression. Tell your doctor if you have a history of depression or suicidal thoughts, or if these feelings develop. Some people taking Otezla reported weight loss. Your doctor should monitor your weight and may stop treatment. Upper respiratory tract infection and headache may occur. Tell your doctor about your medicines and if you're pregnant or planning to be. Otezla, show more of you. America has fostered a free and accessible internet. It grows our economy and strengthens our national security. How our leaders respond to tech concerns will shape the internet of the future. Privacy, national security, American innovation. The stakes are high. Smart regulation will strengthen confidence in America's tech industry and promote our values around the world. Our leaders in Washington can help ensure that America preserves her competitive edge. Learn more.
We've been waiting for this. The chance to get ready once again with great deals on new styles for all the moments ahead. Like suits starting at $99. So when you're ready, get ready with the help of the Blue Bench Warehouse.
Hey, I just got a text from my sister. You remember Rick, her neighbor?
Sure. He's the 76-year-old guy.
Sadly, not anymore.
What? You mean?
Mm-hmm. Just like that.
Wow. So sudden. We're not about to have the Woolly Life conversation again, are we?
No, we're getting coverage so we don't have to worry about the conversation.
So you're calling about the $9.95 a month plan from Colonial Penn?
I am. We put it off long enough. We are getting that $9.95 today.
Tom, did you call about the $9.95 plan? I'm John from Colonial Penn Life Insurance. Sometimes you just need a reminder not to take the day for granted. Things need a death of someone you know or a health plan. That's why today would be a great day. Call for free information about Colonial Penn.
Oh shit, sorry, fucking up.
You can get guaranteed settlement whole life insurance starting at $9.
Wow.
There are no health questions, so you can't deserve it.
I made something fall.
This is permanent. Just pay.
I'm looking for tweezers.
Number one. Options start at just $9.95 a month. Less than 35 cents a day. Your rate can never go up. Options are stable. Don't put it off.
Take the first off the day for free information. And you'll also get this free beneficiary plan. Go on now.
That's 1-800-641-3232. There's no risk or obligation. That number again is 1-800-641-3232. 1-800-641-3232. Call now.
Hello, Colonial Penn? A Texas state trooper ambushed while trying to help someone has died. Investigators say Chad Walker was pulling over to help a driver last week when a gunman fired right through his windshield. Happened in Limestone County, south of Dallas. Officials say the suspected gunman got away and then killed himself. A GoFundMe page has raised more than $200,000 for his family. And the family of police officer killed in the grocery store shooting in Boulder, Colorado will not have to worry about paying their mortgage. The Tunnel to Towers Foundation is raising money for Eric Towers' widow and their 7 children. They're more than 80% of the way there and hope to meet their goal by Easter Sunday, this Sunday. Another mom of 7 whose husband was killed in Afghanistan was at Officer Towers' funeral to support his wife and his children this week. Told Fox and Friends within hours of her husband's death, Emily called and said, "You won't have to worry about your mortgage." I can't describe the burden that lifts. As a mom, I also have 7 kids, and your first concern is, oh my gosh, how will I raise these children without my husband here? But immediately following that thought is, how am I going to pay the bills? How am I going to feed these children? That's Jenny Taylor. She is such an inspiration, and she was there for Officer Charlie's wife. We send our support to them. Tunnel to Towers helps so many families of our fallen heroes donate at Tunnel to Towers.
What?
Towers.
Oh my God.
That is the story of Thursday, April the 1st, but as always, the story continues. So we will see you back here tomorrow at 3. Have a good evening, everybody. Your world is in right now.
Thank you, Martha, very, very much. Well, by now you have all seen this video. Now meet the border agent who released it. It's here and only here. All of that while we're in the middle of the rush to get fans in the stands and some fanning back in airline seats, specifically the middle seat. We are live at Yankee Stadium in New York and Chicago's Wrigley Field this opening day as baseball returns, and so too Flyers. Just as United Airlines taking steps to get more people in the air, citing pent-up demand for summer travel. We're on top of both. Very glad to have everybody. I'm Neil Cavuto, and this is Your World. We've got Anita local here looking at a lot of developments, but we're still also telling you that some of the activity that we've seen, particularly progress that we've seen on the economic front, having nothing to do with infrastructure, has market soaring. We'll get to that in a second. Let's first go to Ike Hosting on opening day and how they're getting prepared for the Stadium in New York.
Yeah, what's called Gary ones of mine, aren't they?
Chicago with the latest topics.
Hi, Neil. Such a bright, beautiful day to be out there. The sun is out, the rain has stopped, and fans are so excited. Good news for you, this game was sold out. It doesn't mean the stadium was packed, and that, of course, is because of all those COVID restrictions. The Yankees have to limit capacity down to just 20%, which is just under 11,000 people. Let me just show you, if you can pan over to the left here, some fans enjoying the beautiful day, taking some pictures out with the family. It is a great day for baseball to be back. Now, there is a new rule that I mentioned, a lot of different social precautions that fans have to go through to get inside the stadium. They have to provide a negative COVID test or proof of vaccination, get their temperature checked, and of course they have to be wearing those masks. Now, none of it matters to the fans who are just ready for some live action baseball.
We just kind of can't stay in the house anymore. We are baseball fans, we're Yankee fans, and we need to really get out of the house.
It definitely feels like the beginning of the end. It feels like back to normal. As soon as we get, people out from the dugouts and running out on the field, I think that it'll be...
What? I did not foul him. They are lying. I should challenge that. I'll let it slide.
Huh? The average capacity of ballpark today is about
Give me that. Give it.
The Texas Rangers, though, I know this here, whose home opener is next week, are the only team opening at 100% capacity. President Biden calling that a mistake earlier. And Neil, by the way, just a quick update on the Washington Nationals.
Yeah, he thought about it.
They have to postpone their season opener tonight against the New York Mets because of COVID issues. So baseball is back, but COVID still a reality.
I got ankle breaker on Hall of Fame now. Somebody come across me, they getting shook. They get shook, they come across me, I'm telling you.
More of them. In fact, a lot more than we've seen. We're nowhere back to full demand that was there
that's why you missed
before the pandemic. But some moves the airlines are taking seem to indicate they're getting ready for it. Garrett Penny at O'Hare with an absolute report. Hey, Garrett.
Hey, Neil, not there quite yet, but we are making progress. You know, over the past year, folks have been dreaming about traveling, and as the vaccine rates are going up, they're feeling more comfortable leaving the home and getting on a plane. Over the last week, on average...
Try to make up an excuse. Try to be my friend. It's my friend. So what you having your friend answer to something? How they get in there? What's going on?
Now, guess what? You got a lot of alligators. You've got your brother to deal with. Yeah. He's got his fiancé to deal with. But first, I want to...
Oh, you think...
Some of it. But it's like, it's all wrong. It's just like, it's like dead ends.
Yeah, don't feel it again once it goes up back.
No, that's what's falling off. That's the new skin right there.
Yeah, it's going to come back all back and shit again. Do not fill it out.
How would you describe your relationship between you and your brother?
Well, they did sorry Clippers, bro. Paul George just had a chance when he signed the player off the one.
I ain't never had nothing.
He gonna lose and he gonna respect his loss. They're down by 12.
Yeah, and then your mom goes. I don't know. I just know she got some.
Look at that. Green up. 12. He shook me. Not gonna shake you. Hey, you Euro step, my boy. He Euro stepped. Are you? Woo! I'm Euro stepping. Ah! Yeah, come on.
Boy, it doesn't just help you get to a China. You're making all the story. That's Grandpa.
Yes, dear. It was a game with
and well invested, well preserved. Confident to and through retirement.
Of course they put me in.
H&R Block. Has your back.
Bro, pass me the ball. Bro, are you just sitting there?
3 days, 5 days, 7 days. That's up to you. Baseball is back. And T-Mobile ships it to the game. Because at T-Mobile, customers get a free MLB.TV subscription. Home to home plate. Follow all the MLB action this season with America's largest and fastest 5G network. Only T-Mobile gives you the game.
Dang, oh my god. Ooh, that was nice. Paul George got this dirty by LeBron. Yeah, who you think better, Paul George? Paul George just got yammed on. I don't care. That's how bad it was. Come on, LeBron, do it again, do it again. Do it again. No, do it again. LeBron. Nice try. Ah! Nope. Big D.
Our garage is inspired by our racing spirit. Racing for a great deal.
What the heck just happened?
Only at the Honda Green Garage Spring.
Oh, not on me, buddy.
Churches all around the chicken centers and new Texas centers. A bonus backed by over 6 decades of bringing it all. Bringing bold, handcrafted flavors, tried and true.
Because we wanted this anyway.
And new ones too. Bringing craveable, savorable, and too good at the share. Bringing buttermilk marinated juiciness. Bringing down home deliciousness. Bringing everything you always loved about turkey. Bringing it all but the bones. Turkey, bringing them down on a plate.
Hey, did you know squirrels can fly? That squirrel is full of.
It's a glided, whatever it calls. What are they called? Yeah, I forgot what it's called though. Gliding squirrel, something.
Paranormal. Also.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna beat your stuff out of here. Davis! You let him score. I can't believe it. Go, Davis, redeem yourself. Redeem yourself. What are you doing? I don't care.
Color me amused. Double D slates up, or you could have a total mess on your hands.
LeBron.
3 times stronger than the leading 4 brand.
Yeah, Davis, I know, right? It's okay. He's finna redeem himself. Oh, that wasn't even Davis.
Easter egg segment is in the air. Get 15% off.
Sorry. What you got?
With your special somebody. Cole.
Hey, Frank.
No.
Some delicious recipes. So, who's hungry?
I totally forgot Paul George was U3, so I forgot all about that. I don't care, because LeBron finna put him in his place.
So, Ann and I are here to, if one of you guys can take that fucking play. So, listen to me.
No. He played us.
I'm pretty surprised at how tender you got this leg, because these legs are usually pretty tough. I do feel that the dish overall is a little bit underseasoned. It could have gone from a 6 to an 8.
I agree and disagree with my colleague. I was expecting that the rabbit leg would be much tougher than it actually was, which is a big fat plus here, huh? On the flip side, I'm a little confused by the raisins, because I thought like 3 raisins, kind of like the weird person that came to the party that no one knows.
Oh, because I want to know.
I did a fried, sticky rabbit lollipop.
Oh yeah, I had got this number off the back of a blue van that said it was for sale.
I love the idea of the sweet.
I was wondering if there was anything wrong with
I feel like Worcestershire and soy sauce, it's not driving with the sweet glaze.
I think this is a very
That was the smallest window to shoot ever until I made it. It was like this small.
Right across the face, spicy, way too spicy.
Oh, give me that.
But the conception of this dish, I think, is fun.
And I have to discuss this for a second.
Davis, oh my God, Davis, why'd you do him like that?
I like both of these approaches. I just think it's going to come down to who made the rabbit or tasted it.
So, if it's okay, can I give you a call back later this evening on this number?
Absolutely, the Bobby Flay.
I'm clipping that, buddy. You see this?
Chef Thomas.
I'm clipping this.
I believe my dish was a
Yeah, what do you
little
think of that man
The
like
real
that?
winner today is Bobby because he doesn't have to go against me. He really lucked out.
Davis, nasty.
Thomas, we were both extremely worried about a lot of tough rabbit here today, and you really nailed it.
I might keep this thing when I go, because Davis is insane. You see this? Me and that man in
That sounds good. I'll text you. I'll give
Yeah, Paul George got dunked on too by LeBron. Takeover is active.
Please make a little extra. Instead, we are going to bring in three industry experts right now.
She just got new tires put on and blah, 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 nothing wrong with it. It said, on the van, it said 1,000 or good offer. I saw it in the class in the parking lot. She was driving it.
And I gotta tell you, nothing better than properly.
I'm gonna send so bad though.
You want to get some flavor in there, and then get a really nice crispy coating on the outside.
Like, ain't nothing wrong with the paint or nothing.
Oh, delicious.
Kind of newer.
Fried chicken is like the American iconic dish. So there's lots of different ways to cook fried chicken.
Like a fry for pan?
I'm making fried chicken, marinated in Greek yogurt, buttermilk biscuits, pickled Fresno honey. So I'm going to pickle my Fresno chilies and some sugar and lemon.
My signature dish is buttermilk fried chicken with an aged cheddar drop biscuit and a hot meat gravy. At my restaurant, we focus on fried chicken, which is as close to food heaven as you can get.
There's whole chickens over there. So why didn't you go the shorter route? I'm here to eat lots of parts. Thomas, why did you decide to go with whole birds when you got to start breaking this down now?
Growing up in Carolina,
This is like Chrysler. Speaking of proverbs,
I know. It's like a secret of life.
in my first introduction to fried chicken, I went over to visit the best friend of my mother, and I smelled fried chicken like I've never smelled before.
Oh my God, dude!
Yeah, and that was a life-changing day for me.
I love that.
oh, we like life-changing, but we also want you to be fun, so hurry up.
So for the marinade, I'm using mostly Greek yogurt to ensure it's using onion and garlic powder, paprika, and then spicy red chili.
Greek yogurt, that's like buttermilk. It's so thick, it really sticks to chicken. Like, wow, so smart. Like, making that.
I'm going to make a large batch of my chicken sauce here.
Green up in your mouth.
Onion powder, garlic powder, black pepper, and cayenne. I want to use this to season the chicken at every step. So Bobby, I tried about 750 to 1,000 pieces of fried chicken.
Bro, are you for real?
Maybe a fried chicken expert, but in this arena, it's about quality, not quantity. Before frying, I put my chicken in the oven to ensure crispiness and texture on the outside while making sure that it's cooked through in the middle.
You see me?
31.5 minutes left, guys.
Chicken with biscuits.
Nice. Man, you're going to marinate this in buttermilk.
Yes, sir. We want to make sure we're getting some seasoning on the chicken.
I see, like a bucket of seasoning going on.
You don't want to be shy.
It's going to be seasoned with authority.
It was rubbed in the, like, you know how your window has dirt on it?
Just show me
One last three.
Now I'm going to work
It said Van Curso, the number.
One last three to send me.
And then I'm going to mix it with the flour and milk. Can everybody smell this?
And I had called in the dirt on it, but nobody gets it.
This is good. Yeah. You think this is
I'll make it.
This is getting exciting. This.
No, 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 no. You gotta get 2 possessions back and get the ball, Daddy.
We have a guest for you.
12 3-pointers made in the playoffs game. What? No way.
Expired.
Davis with it. Ask out. Let's go.
Taylor's back.
I'm back.
I'm watching it. They need one.
Look at that. I'm insane. What you mean? We again. I need 11% more for a team like dinner.
Kellogg's Special K Blueberry has real blueberries, whole grains, 11 vitamins and minerals, and a whole lot of delicious. Kellogg's Special K, new blueberry. Do what's delicious.
So, you said only we had less Twix for cookies and cream and Twix? This is regular shit.
Excuse me. So the red and blue Gatorade means water. This is the second one.
Twix, cookies and cream.
Before the inventory,
Sound like me?
I think it's perfect.
doors you open together. Stover's makes you happy. With 2 times meat and 3 times cheese, you can't eat anything that's
15 minutes. 15 minutes.
CPR, we think outside. So we designed this security system. Smart.
Because of this, there was no case. I didn't identify no this person's vehicle. We didn't know that. We didn't know notification that wasn't working. And there's no more switching from that now. Controllers watch live and recorded video. Discounts and rights. Lock and unlock it. Plus, never wondered if that's a good design. And it's all integrated with the best security system.
CPR security. Identify yourself.
CPR Call CPR today to save up to 50% on smart home security system. Call CPR or visit mycpr.com today. CPR. Intelligent security.
Oops. No. Oh boy.
Putting a lot of this special I'm completely blown away that they're both making biscuits. Although Bobby Zillman is actually making them right now, because I don't see Thomas making any biscuits. Plenty of times.
But cut the biscuits out with a biscuit cutter, I brush them with a little bit of milk, lots of black pepper, and put them into the oven.
It's time to start the starting process. Are you dressing my chicken in flour and chicken salt? And a little
Bro, ain't no way.
So for this particular spread, though, honey, everything is kind of like that. I dip and start to go from chicken. A lot. At this point, I need to get the chicken out of the oven. I need to slide a little buttermilk on top of the chicken so that the flour mixture will adhere to it.
Bro, that's cat. Bro, that's cat, and you know it. Give me, Davis. Give me. I'm gonna prove them people. I'm gonna show them something. Give me the ball when I say it next time, Davis. We'll be done when I'm doing franchise play. Bro, you're out. What?
And then what I'm going to do is take a little bit of our shredded cheese, and I'm going to kind of punch it in the pocket and put it right in the middle of the biscuit. So when that melts, you're going to have a gooey pocket of cheese.
Get it, bro. I am good with my threes, bro. I'm gonna show y'all something.
I'm going to look at that subscriber.
That's the whole point. You're cooking like you're pouring the rice, and then you just finish cooking it so you get that perfect crispiness to the outside.
All right, carry on, my friend. Look at that.
Oh, that dude's trash.
Where am I put it at?
Oh, goddamn white dude, it's dry.
Tell her to get some normal fucking toilet paper.
I like that toilet paper. Somebody gonna buy something special for you, wipe your ass.
I can wipe my ass with it. It's not good.
My butter,
I can't put it on there.
I think it's gonna add that. I start plating and I put that red chili honey. Then I put the chicken into the honey a little bit. I'm gonna do this.
What?
Yeah, puppy, look.
And then I'm gonna add my fried chicken. And then my biscuit.
Ah, Davis with it. Boy, get out my face.
Thomas's chicken was beautiful, it was really crispy, but I think my chicken is very flavorful. If the judges want big flavor, I have the right fried chicken.
Yeah, boy, follow my boy. Go ahead.
It's like balance of the sweetness, but my fried chicken is absolutely the perfect fried chicken.
Plus 200 exclusive originals per year. Plus, join the 1-year Discovery Plus awards. Select unlimited plans. Sweet deal. Stream what you love. And Honey Barbecue. You're gonna need more sugar. Buffalo Wild Wings, official chicken wing of the Big Cat.
You searched for cancellation. You found peace of mind. Survive.
I don't care, Brooks. I broke your ankles.
Cancellation from the leading brand. Find the best deal for you. Hotel.
I fouled him? I fouled him. I
How
fouled
many times you gonna look at the damn wires?
Who?
Yeah.
Step into a smooth, second, classic style cold brew top with equal foam. Order ahead in the app. American Rock Sunday. Up to $1 million.
Bro, come on. Bull.
We need to create 400 scholarships for tomorrow. Because we
Oh, I didn't finish
everybody deserves. See what scholarships.
Challenge that. Challenge that.
Easter egg segment is in the air. Get 16% off and cold cash on everything you need to celebrate with your special somebody. Cold.
This little girl, she really home, took a bath, and her mama said, why you need to take a bath? She said, oh, I just need. She said, what does it smell like? She said, it smells like shit.
Free. That's right. For the next free edition.
But man, screen him. Get out my face.
So do we. Hydrate like our heroes. When I get a migraine, I try to regard. But then, I found words like ODT. Don't take the allergic peanut butter. Ask your doctor about it. Deep connection changes me. It inspires me to do it.
Thomas, Bobby, congratulations. Let's meet the judges.
Honor of Malbus and Yamarosa. The chef of Delaney Barbecue and Chicken, Daniel Delaney. And the
best owner of birds and bubbles, Sarah Simmons.
Judges, we decided to first dish in front of you.
First of all, it's a huge piece of chicken if I do say so. When I go to my grandmother's house in South Carolina, this is how the chicken's gonna look. Perfectly brown, cows are gonna fit into it. A lot of sauce.
Oh, Davis all day.
You had to dream of what the most beautiful fried chicken dish could be like. We found it. The gravy is super smooth, there's no grit to it, but the salt level on the chicken is really high. Beyond that, I think it's really delicious.
This is one of the most beautiful plates of fried chicken I've ever seen, and I love this dish from the brain. But I have to agree with my fellow judges that I think it was a little too small. All right, judges, you will switch your face all the way over.
He said, you know.
But I don't know that I needed there to be pepper throughout the biscuit and the butter.
I agree. I found the black pepper to be overwhelming, but this chicken was perfectly crisp and very juicy.
The biscuit was defined, fluffy, yummy. However, I had some corns in my butter, some on the biscuit, and I had peppers in my sauce. So don't get too much pepper going on. What am I spicy sister?
Well, judges, it's that time. So that's your vote.
Well, I always did it with pepper and Thomas on the shoulder, but I just hope that my mistake was
We have a new winner. The decision was not unanimous.
And that winner is Bobby Flay.
Unfortunately, something in the program was not right today, but I'll be back Friday so everybody can
Yesterday.
I love the savory, the sweet. There was a party in my mouth, and I can't handle the big. This one goes on your shoulder. Oh, no.
It's the what part? I think it's
Over there, when he was doing the expressing song, I wasn't going to tell him how he did. So I bring it back.
No way. Want to feed me a chicken? You got a fried
We on the chicken challenge. Fried chicken, chicken, chicken.
I like that.
This contender, Khadija and culinary artist. Please welcome to the Our next contender, Lucky Grand, reigned in France, and is now building up French food in Atlanta, Georgia. Remy Winter.
Can't look at it. Alright, I'm giving you 20 minutes to make an ingredient of my choice. Star. And that ingredient is the mixing acres.
This was a very healthy, so hard to make part of it.
And along with some social judging to the American game. taste your dishes, and they'll decide which one of you goes up against me in round 2. All right, guys, rolling out the capers. Ready? Go.
Crazy salty. Whenever it shows the party you want to.
Yeah, me too.
It's like great.
Maybe you can find a button that your capers, and it's very often part a lot of salt. We're going to use packet salt or wine.
I use typically the not so salty capers.
Butter and super hot. You're not going to do a big caper stick. So you have to use them for your flavor.
Capers are tough. The trick here is to add layers of flavor that will highlight the capers. So I'm going to go in grilled shrimp with the Flavorant chili, capers, salsa verde, and fried capers. I'm going to start my salsa verde. So I grab parsley, basil, dill, and cilantro. I'm going to use some oranges to balance out the saltiness of the capers.
So obviously capers is a very French ingredient. I think it works out the best thing in Philadelphia or the better French restaurants. So let's do it okay here.
I've been cooking at my dad's restaurant since I was 15 years old. Cooking comfort food, but I decided to
Not my problem.
there I fell in love with French cuisine. At culinary school, I kept on seeing the way I went back then, which I found one of the best French restaurants in the country. And then last year I started Cooking for the Culture. It's a platform for African-American chefs to showcase their talent. And I'm also the executive chef at Sylvan Cat. We like to say it's Americana. Probably might have created a bit more than one food special. Alors, tout à l'heure, vous pouvez comprendre que c'est dans le sauce, saltiness.
I'm going 1910 roasted chicken.
Very possible. Bone butter pickle, fried chicken. So the first off here, I'm going to do some pickles and cream.
Remy grew up in France, so obviously very familiar with the ingredient as well.
We're serving up one cake.
The French, we love cooking and we love wine. That's a way of life. My grandparents were farmer, and I grew up watching them cook everything from scratch. After school, I was all over France because I got a call from America on work America. So I don't English watching TV, especially I'm currently one of the few classically trained French chefs in Atlanta. So a lot of my friends always ask me to kick your butt. So the chicken breast with cauliflower puree and a pickle bone butter.
How do you feel about your I'm trying to get snack pop happening. It's really not working for me. Take that. Is that okay?
Yeah, sure.
And then we're going to put on the prawns.
Slightly short.
Okay.
What's this?
Ooh, this doesn't have a crazy amount of capers.
Yeah, it's going to be somewhat finished.
And are we going to use both of those capers?
You already rinsed one.
Oh, okay.
So they have a hot salt thing already.
Okay. We're both doing great.
But you think you're gonna get past LeBron?
Now I'm mix the chicken raw, but I'm going to mix my cauliflower with my cream. So the shrimp is going to keep it simple with the Flavorant chili marinade. Flavorant chili add a sweet butter change to it. It's going to help balance out the saltiness of the capers.
Or send me.
Fried capers gives this crunchiness.
Randy, how's it going over here?
Pretty good.
Are you using two kinds of capers?
This one.
I can smell the brown butter. That's amazing.
Is that good for chicken?
I just want you to talk to me all day. It sounds like so amazing. Seriously.
Player of the game's gotta be me.
No. Bring that set, right?
Roll my cauliflower square in a pan and keep it hot.
What do we have going on over here?
Really also sauce, but also Flavorant chili gives some spice and we counteract those capers.
All right. Yeah, it's looking very colorful.
Good.
I think you're doing pretty good.
Next, I'm going to try some capers and see if you have any different texture on food.
Wow.
Hold the bone butter off the bit. Take out some chicken. I don't get this. Spanning the chicken to make sure it's cooked properly. My chicken is raw.
chicken?
No, go ahead. Put the chicken before they left it.
Chicken wings, popcorn, put on it. Chicken and macaroni, chicken and macaroni.
Ah, be with it. Man, that's good.
First, there's salad.
What?
Do not call me unless it's important. I'm in my phone.
Why what?
In my phone.
Okay.
So go time, begin the no shop. Get the best bargain X on bricks that work anywhere. At Ross. Yes, for less.
I was hoping y'all get the cookie. Look, dominated. Here's it. They ain't winning either. We taking the championship. Like it's nothing. Let's go, and a shooting badge.
Last second bake sale. Taco Tuesday. For a meal for your future at home. It's gonna be great. With the
Hey, I didn't know Randy Travis was in a damn wheelchair.
2 to zip. Let's go.
With me?
You taking it? Chicken wing, chicken.
Spring driving is key, and the countdown to luxury has begun at your
Oh, I don't care. I don't like your watch.
experience the iconic style and bold sophistication in a Cadillac SUV or sedan. Reward yourself and move up to a Cadillac. Get 0.1% plus fees eligible non-GMO for 35 total purchase amount from 2021 Cadillac
2.5 minutes, you guys.
I don't know that Brittany is going to be such a good time.
They were really thick. Yeah.
Try it this most fancy. Oh, yeah. For my plating, first I lay down a bit of watercress. Next I go with the cloves and salsa verde. First I'm going to pour the tomato puree and I have to cook my chicken on the plate. I think it's cooked enough. 10, 9, 8. Capers. I'm going to add fried caper and cranberry chili.
Chefs, we really want to see Bobby Lee tonight.
Unfortunately, only one of you can move on to the next round. Chef Elijah, what did you make?
I made a grilled prawn with caper salsa verde, fried capers, and cranberry chili.
Your presentation is exceptional. It's definitely spicy, but because you went with a sweeter salsa verde, it kind of cools it down, which is lovely. The thing that's missing the most is the capers. I'm having to kind of chase the capers around.
I agree with you, Maris. The capers are a little boxy, but overall, I love the sauces. You've got the heat, you've got the earthiness, you've got the touch of sweetness. So a beautiful dish. Chef Remy, what did you make?
Pan roasted chicken with the cauliflower puree, pepper bone butter, and some fried capers.
Right on the edge. But the most successful thing is this creamiest cauliflower puree. Then nestled on top of it are these little salt bombs.
I didn't even play today, huh?
It's a wonderful expression of caper.
My chicken was also slightly on the undercooked side, but I can lick the fried taste. It's really, really delicious. Capers really come through, but it wasn't as vibrant as the other dish.
So if you'll get Jamie and I, we'll that.
The chicken was a little under, but he did a better job of using capers as well in the dish, so this can really go either way.
Chef, we moving forward, Chef Remy.
Chef Remy. And all.
Where's my shit? No, motherfucker, you're not. I didn't buy you that outfit for you to wear them boots.
You just focus on the kitchen and we will focus on driving.
Alright, Remy, congratulations. This we're making.
Shit, work.
Yeah, I've ordered.
That narrows it down. What are we cooking tonight?
My signature dish is French onion soup.
Very few things are satisfying.
Ensure upstairs
They're real.
It's 1:43, dude.
standing by for compliance. 45 minutes on the clock now. I love French onion soup.
Shit, ordered this.
Caramelized onions, typically it has beef broth and then gruyere.
Yeah.
A lot of people put sherry or wine. Yeah, absolutely. The bread is surprising.
What do you think?
One of you to start out with because
You don't want to talk about it.
He's the one that called me and asked me something nice, so I was gonna do it. I haven't spent the night over there. I've been asking for months to spend the night over there.
My signature dish is French onion soup.
Because I want to spend the night up there with Alex.
I use pesto, which I'm adding veggies, thyme, mushrooms, chopped onions. I use vegetarian sweetness.
Onions are you using?
Spanish onions, white onions.
I bought them damn shoes to go with the fucking outfit. Mad, dude.
Onion soup.
What did I ask you? I said, I'm gonna wear my outfit tomorrow. Should I wear the shoes or the boots? I don't care.
I'm making 5 onion soup with red croutons.
Woo! Alright. Wanna go to the shower? Huh?
Woo!
5 minutes. So I ain't got motherfucker. I'm supposed to be there.
Bro, what?
I like onions. I like onions. I ain't that burning. Nathan, if you wasn't on drugs, I'd use your piece.
Huh? Oh, I thought you. Oh, you remember Reggie. No, they scored. It was 8-0. I don't care. We're still gonna win. It's 2-0. Seriously.
I ain't update roster because what's his name got traded?
Who?
Lou Williams.
Yeah, Davis is on him. Nice try.
Come on, take it with me.
Delicious avocado toast for all. Now it's our channel. Order ahead for rewards. American Red Cross
Chicken wings, hot dog and
Oh, they losing. It's 2-0. It's 2-0. They's not coming back.
Come get this dough, man. Come on in, bro.
Yeah, send me out, please. I'll play this game, then I'm simming the next one. And I'm gonna keep simming it. Even if we lose, I'm gonna keep simming it. If we win, I'm gonna sim. I mean, if we win, we win, I guess.
And the regulars, and the fulfillment of your dreams. Here's a realtor, guided by a code of ethics. So, what is it? And the doors you open together.
We see a vast desert stand with little dunes and distant hazy mountains. On the dusty road, a black car travels its day. A small figure, a man, walks to the top of a large dune. He waits and watches the car. He turns his head. Behind him, a band of armored vehicles waits the spring drive. The car approaches unaware.
At Spectrum, we think nothing beats movie night.
The man gives the signal to attack.
So the Spectrum Access app is the visually impaired audio description right from your phone.
The chase begins.
So nobody misses a thing.
Oh, Bobby. Are you cooking?
And I'm adding cognac to give it a little depth of flavor of your French onion soup.
There's...
Well, you think you're funny, don't you?
So I put some beef stock in with the onion.
He almost caught me on fire. I saw that. He plays jerk.
Bro, no! I'll sim it again. Bro, they don't deserve that. Wish I'd give you the gym back ratch by playing 20 games, bro.
With the sherry Burgundy, you get the sweetness.
It's okay, because I'm going to sim again. Yeah, and lost a single playoff game until that one. It's okay, I'm simming this one. They probably gonna win. Alright, I'll make a deal. If they don't win, I'll only get, let's see, $15 instead of $20 next time on here, baby. And if they do win, what do I get if they do win? Mama gets her streamer set. When she does, I get either a Nintendo Switch or my gaming chair.
Come on, guys.
So I'm making chicken noodles that I'm going to put on the toast. I grabbed some porcini, mushroom, add the chicken noodles.
I know you were. So you gotta come here to the stand.
Are we really playing on that court again?
I'll put my chicken noodles and porcini in the blender.
Oh my God, with the French guy. I know you like listening to him speak French.
Bro, come on. You know what? Alright. Bet you money they win this. No, because I know they're going to win this next one too. If they win this next one. If they win this next one. I will. Let's see. If they don't, no. Because I know they're going to win. So I make a deal. If they don't win it, I won't get that much money. If they win it, then I'll get my gaming chair. So I don't really know anything.
Soup to the cups, and then putting the bread on top of the soup, and then put it into the salad.
First, I'm coming out very well. I'm going to into the ball, then I add my chicken, then I add my bacon.
Bet you they have home court advantage.
Finishing those salmon, they'll have a nice brown color.
So continuing the theme of onion, making a spring onion pesto.
I know they're gonna win it. Ow! I got suspended from my school for fighting and my ankle hurts like crazy. Dude didn't punch me not one time in the face, but punched me back a couple times, but my ankle hurt. I'll play until they send me. How about that?
So I pull out the
Oh.
usually the bread is sealed and the cheese is on top. The bread is so soggy. So what I'm trying to do is keep a little contrast in texture.
Do it. My watch is coming tomorrow. I don't know what y'all gonna do with that. Bro, I want to simulate so bad, or sim. What? Woo! I simmed it and they won 2. And they was at 2-0. Yeah, dare you, boy. Did you swat Davis's stuff? No way he just did Davis like that. David got it.
We got one of those new mattresses, and it is amazing. You have to try it. Oh, this doesn't feel like feeling foam. This feels amazing, right? What's this? Actually, it's called Purple, and it's a completely unique comfort technology, meticulously designed to cradle and support the human body. Cool. There are less awkward ways to try Purple. With free shipping and our 100-night guarantee, you can sample that Purple comfort awkward-free. Owner and operator of the Fox and Falcon, David Mastoni. Founder and CEO of D'Artagnan, Ariane Nagat. Executive chef of Gramercy Tavern.
Judges, please try the first soup in front of you.
The broth is a little light, takes it away from being a traditional French onion soup, but very good. And
some of the bread is soft and moist, some of it is crispy. That's pretty amazing. I thoroughly enjoyed the spring onion pesto, nice and zesty. I like the depth of flavor in the broth, even though the broth was way too sweet.
There might have been some alcohol, it just didn't cook off properly. But it's a really well-made soup. One of the things I really liked about the croutons themselves is that it's a really nice
I really took that from him.
that played really well with the cheese.
Thank you, judges. We're gonna have you switch your bowls.
The broth just has a real depth of flavor to it, from how the onions were cooked to the way the croutons are soaked into the soup. But the side toast, it tastes like the chicken liver, and taking me away from just how great the soup is.
I love the caramelization of the onions. It gave just the right sweetness. I really like the chicken liver. The toast is perfectly toasted.
When I think there's something in soup, this nails it. The way it was released and seasoned, every bite became a little contrast. But the toast, I love chicken liver mousse, and I wish it put a little more cream.
Thank you, judges. Please take a vote.
The judges,
The only thing is that they lose so I think I won.
And the winner is?
This experience was amazing. That was the perfect combination of distance, faithfulness, all the eight perfect
This is what I really want to do around here. Oh, now they make it too hard.
alrighty, friends, another big booby trick.
Each week, one great show that takes me down in Walmart. Congratulations, good job. What are you talking about? This culinary battle is going to shake down in 2 rounds. Round 1, to get the meat, 2 contenders must go through each other using an ingredient of my choice. 3 people that know me well will decide who got the skills to beat them. Round 2, head-to-head with the winning contenders. Their turn to surprise me with their signature dish.
What is that again?
Right, I'll be there.
All right, guys, I'm pumped up tonight. Who's on my team? And here's trying to burst my bubble tonight. Please welcome 2 friends of mine from the Food Network family, Alex Marcelli, Reed Garner. You're so New York.
I like that we have 2 jaded New Yorkers, and now we brought all of Oklahoma.
Yes.
I am so excited to see you go down. I mean, to see you.
So I've actually been to Reed's house for Thanksgiving. It's a throwdown.
And I did beat them. The order is. I was actually conflicted about coming on this show to cheer on your demise because I'm such a huge fan of yours, Bobby, that I'm going to have to really.
It's gonna be 5 points. I got it now.
Who's ready to meet your competition?
Sure.
This chef has seared his way through the hottest kitchens of Atlanta. Marius Beck. This next contender has co-piloted Top Kitchens, executive chef Vince Giancarlo.
Meredith, Vince, welcome. These ladies behind me, we're very excited for one of you guys to take me down.
We are.
But first, you guys must go through each other. I'm going to give you a single ingredient. You must make that the star of your dish in only 20 minutes. And that ingredient is hanger steak. Very excited about this.
I love it. That's my favorite part.
What about you, man? You know where you're going.
Oh, pretty sure.
And these ladies behind me will decide which one of you goes up against me in round 2. It's all about the hanger steak. I love hanger steak. Kid, they always would call it the butcher's cut. It was less expensive.
Yeah, and the flavor's amazing.
It really is. And I like getting big, thick crust on top of it.
It has to be super high heat, but it's not super thick or thick, so you've got to get that crust quickly. And if you cook it too long on one side or the other, then it gets overcooked.
I think I would do something bistro-esque, like green peppercorns and mustard or something.
Where'd you go?
Like something big. Maybe like chicken stock or beef broth, and then like a little bit of creme fraiche to finish it.
Oh, that would be really good. That's amazing.
I love the hanger steak and take on multiple flavor profiles. I'm going to make a cast iron roasted hanger steak with celery root puree and pickled mushrooms. The creaminess from celery root giving accent to the hearty hanger steak. I start by getting the celery root into a pot with some shrimp.
Who's caring for this?
Oh yeah. My grandmother taught me how to make French gravy, marinara, French pasta. And I started working my way up with some pretty incredible places. Nothing was maybe either of them, but I opened my own restaurant that was preserved, modern American cuisine, with international interest. My career is on the rise, and I'm here to serve on these plays. My objective is far from crashing and burning.
Guys, how's it looking up there?
I'm starting the hanger steak because it takes me back to my steakhouse days. I'm making hanger steak with chimichurri sauce, duck fat potato, steak and potato. Who doesn't love it?
Who's cheering for Demarius?
I grew up in a rough part of the world. With the war trouble, I spent a lot of time in my cousin's aunt's kitchen. There, I learned the art of self-sufficiency. Also taught me about sharing with others. That's a big portion of how I carry out my art of chef business. I'm here today competing for my late cousin. She never got the opportunity to see me become a professional chef, so meeting Bobby will put a smile on her face.
16 minutes to go.
Work by 6.
So what are you going to do?
I'm going to get cast iron with steak, butter bacon, pickle,
Good sauce?
over pickled mushrooms, a little bit of vinegar. Yeah.
Sounds great.
Pickled mushrooms will be a good top on the plate. So I slice my taki mushroom, then stir them into a little bacon.
Hi, how are you?
I'm coming along.
Is this duck fat?
Yes, that is. So it's duck fat, Bengal potatoes. It's going to be a chimichurri for the top.
I like that.
Yeah.
Straightforward.
Yeah. The chimichurri is supposed to brighten up the flavors on the plate. It has cilantro, red pepper flakes, red wine vinegar.
Good luck.
Thank you so much.
13 minutes and 54 seconds to go. So it won't look great. Vince over here is making a celery root puree. Demarius is frying potatoes.
No, that's not. We found out.
Time to work on my steak. I'm just going to add salt and sear it in oil.
Demarius!
Yes.
You are smart to get that cast iron skillet really hot.
I want to hear that noise.
And I never want to leave this station. That's a good work. It's looking amazing. I'm going to go check on that.
Thank you. No bother for me. Sauce fry. How are you? We have the celery root puree working over here. While my puree is working in the blender, I'm going to throw butter and herbs into the cast iron to sear my bacon. Give it a nice compliment.
You going medium rare?
I'm going medium rare, yes.
Oh, beautiful. Well, I'm going to stop asking any questions. You got the good work. All right, coming up on 4 minutes, guys.
Puree's done. If I get it on the plate, I'm ready to get my mushrooms on the plate as well. Let's go, baby. Let's go. I'm going to lay down my chimichurri sauce as the base. Next, I'm going to take my duck fat potatoes and I'm going to lay those right in the middle. Then, I'm just going to cut thin slices of my steak.
Good luck with this 40 seconds left.
There's 40 seconds left. How do you know? I'm just slicing my steak, and I notice it's a little on the rare side, but it's just like that.
If the steak is undercooked, especially this, I think they just will knock a little too soon.
Lastly, I'll add my first slices and it says, I'm going to lay down my steak. Finally, water drips right over the top of the steak. I feel like we can showcase this as the best that I can bring to a plate. And
Alright, by 6.
Demarius is going to cook his steak also. My steak is not the type of child with life, but I didn't come here to compete against Vince. I came here to compete against Bob. We've done this since we were kids. I've been playing this game a long time. I've been curious to the world. This is the most dangerous job in the world. Everybody's catching to watch the season for the NFL.
How do you top perfect pepper and cold brew? What's the perfect sauce? A sweet cold sauce.
Sip into a smooth Dunkin' chocolate-style cold brew topped with sweet cold foam. Order ahead on the app. America runs on Dunkin'.
Before the friends and the laughter and the nights you'll always remember, there's a realtor guided by a code of ethics and doors you open together.
I think you're gonna love this.
I think you're right.
Y'all done. Goodbye.
You couldn't find a standing with anything like you've seen mine. We'll get in dinner, right? Yeah, that makes sense.
Look, guys, I'm gonna have a standard.
Hold on. Is that Drake?
That's right. Drake from State Farm. Like a good neighbor. Like a good neighbor. Standards don't have lines. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
For over 50 years, Purina Cat Chow has been helping cats feel at home with trusted nutrition. No wonder it's the #1 dry cat food in America. Come home to Cat Chow.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna get franchise, but after this last game, I only have one more.
Blueberry has real blueberries, whole grains, 11 vitamins and minerals, and a whole lot of delicious.
Oh, no, delicious.
Okay, new blueberry. It looks delicious.
To prove our AA battery is the world's longest lasting, we tested it against our best battery.
Future Katie made after me.
Ultimate lithium wins again. Energizer, backed by science, matched by no one.
Now, let me see.
We're looking for a chef to just steamroll the spot. Everything hangs on how well you made your famous steak. Marius, what you make?
So I made a hanger steak with chimichurri sauce and mashed potatoes.
Where's the
This
thing
classic
at?
steakhouse approach was a really good use. The potatoes I love. The chimichurri, punchy, I just want more of it. I think you took a little eyedropper and just did a little drop on my plate.
Games played 0.
I felt like a wolf eating a steak. It's purple rare, but it's perfectly seasoned.
Oh, this was called 2K Beach.
Cast-iron roasted hanger steak with a celery root puree and pickled mushrooms.
Please don't.
This celery root puree, it's earthy, it's light. For me, this pickled mushrooms, they're really big. You know, this is like the great oak tree on my grandmother's lawn. Yeah, they were distracting, and then you both underplayed the steak, but I really like how thinly you sliced yours though, because it's a little bit easier to eat, but I sure wanted more celery root puree. I really wanted to.
I know we're not gonna win this because there's at Clippers.
Reenact with me a brief moment while you stand here awkwardly staring at us.
I'm only saying this because it's the way that I really do.
Everybody seemed to really enjoy the celery root puree, which
Hopefully we don't lose. Regardless, if we lose, it's just gonna be home. That was one game. Honestly, if I can, I want to win. Oh! Oh! That hurt. I mean, no cap.
Marius, the steak was starved. If you weren't afraid to bring in other ingredients that were very strong. Marius, not pay attention to the intimidation and distraction factor. Try to hear that. Yeah, you don't try to look loosened up there. We're not buying it.
Alright, Matt, what's your chicken dish?
My signature dish is shrimp and grits.
Oh, shrimp and grits.
Oh!
Three culinary experts
No.
with one taste test. You'll each have 45 minutes. Your 45 minutes starts right now.
3 points, 3 assists.
This is going to be epic. This is
take it, baby. All day.
They're butter, they're creamy, cheesy. Sometimes there are two different directions to go with the grits. There's Visco brownie grits, but then there's hominy grits, which is what I grew up with. What would you pick? I love them both. I do love hominy grits, but they can get a little loopy.
Thanks, man.
Loopy. That's what yeah.
I bet you we're going against the... Oh, I was going to say Celtics, honestly.
My favorite way to eat grits is with a really
Okay. Goes back.
Shrimp and grits is a southern dish, my whole southern cooking, near and dear to me, because that's what I grew up watching my cousin cook. My signature dish is Creole shrimp and grits. Creamy grits, gumbo gravy, fried okra, and blackened shrimp. The Creole flavor makes my shrimp and grits different from any other shrimp and grits. I chop up bell peppers, onions, and celery, andouille sausage, and okra for my gumbo gravy.
Nice, got it. Sausage and okra. That's truly southern.
I love this dish. I've had it on my restaurant at Bar Americana for over 15 years. We want to keep shrimp and grits simple. I don't want to overpower it by adding too many extra flavors. I like to approach it by thinking of the grits as the foundation, and because there's shrimp on top, I want the shrimp flavor to roll through the grits itself. So I use shrimp stock, and I finish it off with some cheddar cheese. And also, I want a little bit of fruity heat. So I'm going to start by pickling some Fresno chili, so it's vinegar and sugar.
37 minutes left. What are we doing?
I'm going to make my grits right now. So I'm starting with onions and shrimp stock and tomato paste to really bring out the flavor of shrimp stock. That's really the idea.
Okay, a little action right here.
I pepper in the corn grits. I make all kinds of grits, but in this case, these are really good white grits, so they have great corn flavor.
Look how simple you are. You have like 3 things here. It's like a Zen master. You have no ingredients, no chilies. Oh, a little bit. Okay, looks delicious. I'm going ahead.
Bye.
Bye. See, I get kicked out of there every time.
You do?
What? Now I'm going to you literally have the entire pantry on your side.
I do, but it's for a good reason. So I'll make like a gumbo gravy.
On top. I love that.
I like this approach. It's like Louisiana style. Of course, I like to eat some of that.
Good luck. 33 minutes left.
Next, I get my chicken stock and my heavy cream going for my grits. I constantly stir, and I add butter to get them nice and creamy.
This is exciting. Bobby has just shrimp stock, onions, tomato paste in the base. Also, Bobby is using Visco ground grits, and Marius is using honey grits, and he's put a ton of cream in. So, we'll look at the opposite scenario.
Bobby, how you doing over there? Good. Okay, sweet. You all right? As long as you're good, I'm good. I don't want you to get nervous with all this audience, cameras, and lights and all that. Oh, please.
You know, earlier when I said I was going to have a hard time rooting against Bobby, I wanted going down.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell me what it's like to beat Bobby Flay, considering that's how you began with a throwdown? Excuse me. It is a nice little notch on my belt.
I want to rematch, Rick.
No thanks.
Eli's always been into grilling. It took us a while to see it, but the signs were there. What are you doing, Eli?
I knew grilling is my thing. I've been talking about it throughout my career.
How can you go?
I am. Got the new grill from Barbecue Guys Tommy. It performs great.
My advice, as I always told before,
do more of what you're born to do. Barbecue Guys, for those who were born to grill. You want cheese on your burger, Pop?
I'll take it.
What stands behind your son, ATL? It's your grill. Safely and secure against the unknown and unimagined. With tested, trusted, 24/7 protection and a system that can customize video doorbells, indoor and outdoor cameras, locks and locks, carbon monoxide detection, and fire and smoke alarms. Protect now and later. Take 0 down and 100% real protection. Call 1-800-ADT-ASAP.
Stressed out? Time to refresh your business. Let's try it. Try the fresh chew to refresh your business. Happy hour just got hopped at IHOP with a $5 menu featuring pancakes, burgers, and more yum yum. So while you can't buy happiness, you can buy happiness. IHOPPY Hour every day from 2 to 10 p.m.
This is Burger Christopher from Miracles. This burger contains releasing steps.
This isn't your normal cheeseburger. You also have bacon jam on it. It's like, wow, compliments to the chef. Who put this together? Sonic Bacon Jam Cheeseburger. You know?
Get your spring on at Lowe's. Yeah, with brand new looks and prices that say it's all together. Get this season's style for you. And you. And you. With the best bargains ever at Lowe's. Yes for less. Keep it together to this one called wrap. Get that cool groove and try your best now.
This is Kansas. This is country cooking. We start with farm-grown ingredients. Slow churn, middle of the country food. We've also been at the middle of tables for generations. No matter where your table is, bring the country.
Hi, Grandma. I played baseball today. Oh, great.
What position did you play?
First base. How did my grandpa play? We aren't hearing wouldn't allow us to use a regular phone. It made us feel isolated.
It became difficult to communicate with our friends and family.
Clear captions was an easy solution for us.
Clear captions provide tasks on the phone like captioning on your TV, so you can see what the caller is saying live as they say it.
Making it easy to understand and respond immediately.
There is no insurance or Medicare required. Clear caption service is provided at no cost to you through a federally funded program. We deliver, install, and train you on how to use your phone, all at no cost to you.
Give your loved ones the independence and connection they deserve.
Call now to see if you qualify to get a Clear Captions phone at no cost to you. Call 1-800-883-7042. That's 1-800-883-7042.
Coming up on 20 minutes.
It's pretty quiet in here, guys. Pump up. Come on, Bobby. I'm making a Cajun spice, utilized throughout the dish. My main components are cayenne pepper for the heat, paprika for the color, and dry mustard for the bite. First, I'm going to put it into the gumbo gravy. Next, I use Louisiana hot sauce.
14 minutes left, guys. Oh my God, that's a lot of hot sauce. That's a lot of Louisiana. That stuff is really tangy too.
But Janaris is really being mindful of those big flavors. And then Bobby has like a piece of bacon and some tomato paste. So weird.
Shrimp and bacon go really nicely together and just add more flavor to the grits and salad.
When you use bacon, you have to be really careful not to oversalt the grits.
There are some delicate balances to achieve. I'm gonna go give Bobby a hard time. Get it, girl. I'll be back.
Hi.
Hello, friend. How are you?
I'm good.
How does it feel to watch the throwdown to a redheaded housewife from Oklahoma? Ooh.
I know.
Yeah, it still hurts, doesn't it?
It does. I think about it all the time.
It still stings. Do you remember what you made for dessert? He made pumpkin bread pudding with like a brandy cream sauce, and my teenage daughter still makes that.
Is that right?
Yeah. She voted for your dessert over mine.
Yeah.
I grounded her for a night.
I get you.
Well, I think it's going to be really interesting to see how your simple approach plays out. Good luck, Bobby.
Bye.
Bye. Mario,
yes.
You are attacking this with every bit of Louisiana you can.
That's everything I have in.
I grew up with hominy grits myself.
Did you?
I think they're just creamy and luscious.
I think we just have a connection with Southern
Yeah,
food.
I think we could eat together and be very happy.
Yeah, we're totally.
Let's give it up for Tamaria. 10 minutes left.
I'm going to take my shrimp and season them with my Cajun spice. Keeping the heads on the shrimp just adds more flavor and juices to the dish.
Janaris is starting to serious. Do you think that's too soon?
Yeah, I probably would have waited because you don't want to get to that preparation.
Bobby, how you doing over there? I'm good. You grate some cheese in? So I'm using white cheddar. I want a little sharpness, but I also want to know.
I wonder if that is a mistake to kind of have a hyper cheesy note in your grits and then have this fishy shrimp and tomato paste on top.
I have a hard time thinking about cheese as ever being a mistake.
My shrimp are cooked. I'm going to slice up some okra, soak that in buttermilk, and get that fried.
Demarius is dredging his okra in cornmeal, and he's going to fry them. Fun approach. 5 minutes left.
For shrimp and grits, I wanted to be easy to eat, so I wanted to use shrimp that's smaller and sweet, so you can just take a spoonful of the grits and the shrimp and eat away. My shrimp spice draw is paprika, coriander, cumin, black pepper, and a little chili powder. I wanted to enhance the shrimp a little bit with bacon, garlic, and some fresh thyme. So the shrimp start sauteing, and I just want to get them nice and crusty.
Bobby's got shrimp that look pretty small, and then Jamaria cuts larger shrimp, and they're really like imposing. There's a virtue to both. Yeah. Little over a minute left.
I'm going to place my grits in the bottom of the bowl. I'm going to add my gumbo gravy over the top.
Look at all that sauce. Yeah, so good. Fried okra going on top.
So starting to plate, so a couple of ladlefuls of the grits, and then on top the shrimp, the bacon, and fry it. I'm going to slice the shrimp over the top of the grits and gravy. I add flavor to it. I think it's going to come down to the flavor of the grits, how the shrimp is cooked, how they marry together. I'm very happy with this, but America is a very different approach, and it's healthy food as well.
When you earn an agreement with University of Foods, you support food career coaching for life, including personal branding, resume building, and more. That's what promise to you. That's career. Learn more at phoenix.edu.
All grandkids wasn't at home.
I'm delightful.
Okay.
You talked about the Bowie baby. Oh my God. I get so excited. I love those movies.
So, you said only we had left Twix to put cookies and cream in Twix? This is a great Twix.
Excuse me. Twix, cookies and cream.
Imagine a visibly healthier pet in 28 days. Purina One natural ingredients and powerful combinations for radiant face, sparkling eyes. Purina One visibly healthy pet. Try these new Purina One truly safe formulas for dogs.
Make your move with the new Q3 Collective. With chocolate chip milk chips like cool and craveable lip chips, the creamy musical dip song, or the bold and bright tropical lemonade twisty whiskey flush. Stop by for the new spring tea collection today at YouTube. Happy taste good.
Is there an actual litter that actually works?
At Tiny Cats, Litterventions come naturally. Naturally strong unscented with activated charcoal or scented clean lemongrass with plant extracts. 100% natural, 100% powerful. There's a Tiny Cats for that.
Go to foodnetwork.com/onebagtogo for grocery tips and easy meal solutions. Then shop Target.com for good and gather ingredients and create new mealtime games. Brought to you by Target. Expect more, pay less.
So you want to make the best burger ever? Then make it. That means cooking day and night until success. That means best burger ever. Intuit QuickBooks helps small businesses be more successful with payments, payroll, and banking.
Enjoy 7 delicious crusts, and your family food critics will rave. Croissant crust is flaky layers of buttery glaze. Rising crust is fresh and deliciousness. There's a 5-star pizza for everyone in your family to love. It's not delivery, it's enjoyment.
Discover plus secrets, and people are singing their praises. The rave reviews are rolling in, and we're feeding you up.
Every place you crave, know your taste.
Yeah, it's that good. Discovery Plus. Search free today.
Bobby, Jamaria, we'd like you to meet the judges. First up, the executive chef of Blue Smoke, Jean-Paul Bourgeois. The owner of Melba's Restaurant and Melba's Catering, Melba Wilson. Chef and founder of Sunday Best Pop-Up Series, Adrian Cheatham. Please start with the shrimp and grits right in front of you.
1, 5, 4, 3.
I really love how the shrimp was seared on one side,
0,
not on the other, so
1,
the shrimp weren't
3,
overcooked. The
2,
pickled Fresnos were a nice touch
0.
to liven up the dish and be too heavy. Unfortunately, I was missing a little texture.
I really like the shrimp, that spice rub. It's like a blackened seasoning. When I saw cheese grits, I thought it was going to be really like, oh, here we go. But it's not as heavy as I thought it would be. But the oils does give a little bit of a greasy mouthfeel.
This dish has got a lot of flavor, and bacon, everything is better with bacon. The grits were very light. However, I do like heavier grits.
Thank you, judges. Can we have you switch your plates?
I love still perfectly cooked, but to me, it's probably a little heavy in the grip.
This reminds me of my grandmother's sugar grits. And then fried okra on top. You're making mama happy. And that's a good thing. However, they were overcooked.
The shrimp was a little chewy, but it tastes like the shrimp and grits that I grew up on, plus like a little bit of gumbo left over from the night before poured on top.
Well, you ain't the only one that can smack them foods. I'm trying.
It sounds like a tough decision. You're gonna have to take a vote.
My gravy's intact, my grits are creamy, but I hope I didn't blow my chances by overcooking my shrimp.
And the winner is Chef Bobby Flay.
I feel like you did chef because it was just really perfectly executed. The grits were really tasty, perfectly cooked. The shrimp were really tasty, perfectly cooked. Thank you.
I know my cousin's up in Venice bowing down, proud that I got the opportunity to compete against Bobby Flay.
Bobby, watching all this happen, it just really takes me back to our showdown.
You would never have something in common. You both beat me at showdown. And likewise, though, you guys never remind me of that ever.
To be you, reaching down off her giant mountain, 70 million miles away, and lost.
You can call me Wayne Whiskey. That's a hat.
7 o'clock. Hour 30.
Bobby, slow down today.
Let's go. This culinary battle is in a shakedown in 2 rounds. Round 1. You get to make two candidates have to go through each other. Is an ingredient of my shrimp.
It tastes like a win.
Clever game, bacon. Two people have nowhere to go. Who decides who's got the skill to beat this?
I think you're in trouble.
We chose the right guy. Round 2. I go head to head.
Nope.
It's their turn to surprise me with their signature dish. Who big boy pants on?
What?
Bring it on. Fine wine. Everyone's out to beer. Happy holidays, everybody. Here's with the coal in my stocking tonight. Please welcome Chef Alfred and Bella, Bacon, and Gillette.
Bobby, as a sous chef on Iron Chef America, our first competitor lost to you by 1 point. Meet Chef Ariana Duarte.
Three New York restaurants. Me, Adil Fodder. So, want nothing more than holiday season and for one of you to beat me. But first, you have to go against each other. You'll have 20 minutes to make a single ingredient to start your dish. And in the spirit of the holidays, that ingredient is chestnuts.
I work with chestnuts a lot as a garnish, but to make them the star of the dish is very, very hard.
Chestnuts, the flavor is really mild. You don't want to overpower them.
All right, you guys behind me will taste, and they'll decide which one of you goes up against me in round 2. 20 minutes goes by faster than you think. Ready? Go.
My dad is unwilling to buy the chestnuts every Christmas without oil cooking.
Raw chestnuts take a while to roast, like hazelnuts and pre-cooked as well. They have like sort of that hazelnut taste, it's a little bit softer in texture.
Why would you extract? I need to extract the most flavor out of these chestnuts. So I'm making chestnut soup with pecans, mushrooms, pomegranate, apples. I start off with some leeks, some onions, and then I add the pre-cooked chestnuts and chicken stock.
Yeah, boy, if I just sit there and take my time, it's easy.
I'm a Jersey girl, and I do yummy cooking was my destination. I do good old-fashioned American style, desperately rice soup, just pick it up a notch. I competed against Bobby Flay, an Irish chef, and we lost by 1 point. So I'm back with some serious
spaghetti carbonara with a swirl egg. Classic carbonara is white wine, shallots, garlic, heavy cream, and bacon, of course, but chestnut will replace the bacon. Next, I roast tomatoes just for color. Salt, pepper, olive oil in the oven. My background is French cooking, French attitude. I went to Paris to learn from the best. And then I came to the US to pursue my university. And today I own 3 successful restaurants in New York City. We have been rated by the Michelin Guide, Zagat, New York Times, you know. But my next dream is to beat you, Bobby. Watch out, I'm coming for you.
16 minutes and 19 seconds. Go ahead, guys. I feel like you're already developing a lot of kind of holiday energy here with leeks and onions and being Italian. Chestnuts is big on Christmas. So, chestnut soup, it's all about the chestnut. What a great idea. I'm on a mission to get that man. People from New Jersey do not play that way.
I'm making a pasta carbonara style. Chestnut eggs. Slice the cooked chestnuts, put them in the sauce. And then put the quail egg in on top.
Oh, wow. You seem very focused. Have you been eating raw quail eggs at home?
Yes.
Thinking about being
I grew up eating quail egg. Raw.
Okay, and you're excited?
Yes, very.
Okay, good job.
Okay, this will boost my 3-point to 90, 91, 92, 94, 5. And it boost my making to 94. A 3-point shot.
It takes confidence to go to the next stage, and it has to be really good. You do get a little concerned. The soup is too simple, so I'm thinking texture garnishes. Apple for a little sweetness. I love pomegranate. And then I'm going to saute oyster mushroom with pecans, just the earthiness. You guys doing okay? Good. Make it nice.
Woo! I did not get it till 91. It's gonna be 96 3-point.
There's a lot of weight in this thing.
There's 3 minutes left. I need to puree the soup.
What do you think that reaction skills?
I can keep up the focus, and I can see her the handle on it. I've been letting it down, again, I can't even let it. I'm freaking out.
He's gonna pass it to me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
The soup is still more porridge-like than soup-like. You can place it in garnish, throw it in